Hi guys! Hello! I have returned from the dead. Hi, hello. Welcome. Hi Easy. Hi Matt's Destiny and Augustonian and KJ. Welcome. Oh my gosh. It's been 2 weeks since I've streamed, but I'm back. I've returned. How you doing, gamers? How you doing? I'm very sleepy. I'm like fucked up. Honestly, I'm so jet lagged, but it's all okay. Hi. It's all okay. I arrived like yesterday. I actually got back from the Philippines yesterday. It's been 2,000 years exactly. You missed the last stream. Oh no, it's okay. That was like 2 weeks ago, so a lot's happened since then. It was 2,000 years, for real. But here, I'm gonna hide the chat today because I have all these pictures of cats up on the screen. I thought a good way to show like the highlights of my trip would be to show all the stray cats that I saw while I was out at the Philippines. Aren't they cute, you guys? I kind of didn't realize there would be so many stray cats, but they were literally everywhere. And they're so freaking cute. I was like, honestly, so sad that I couldn't like adopt every single cat. I know, they're so cute. Was the mixed spaghetti good? Dude, okay, I have mixed feelings about the mixed spaghetti. The thing is, my favorite food ever is spaghetti, you guys. I love a fucking spaghetti. Literally the night I arrived, I cooked spaghetti because I miss it so much. And in the Philippines, they have spaghetti at the McDonald's, and it's like in a little fast food box. But Filipino spaghetti is a little different than like American spaghetti or Italian spaghetti, right? Usually it's tomatoes, basil, it's kind of savory. In the Philippines, the spaghetti is sweet. It's made from like bananas, and there's little meat chunks or hot dogs in it, and it's pretty sweet. So it's honestly like an entirely different meal than traditional spaghetti that I'm used to. It's low-key, I took a bite and I was like, guys, guys, this kind of isn't spaghetti. Like, I hate to break it to you guys, but this kind of isn't spaghetti, really. I don't know, and I really wanted to love it, you guys, but I'm not gonna lie, I think I prefer my savory spaghetti with tomatoes. I'm honestly oh, honestly, it wasn't like terrible, but you know me, I'm not very big on sweets, and the spaghetti was like just a little too sweet for me, maybe. I don't know. I had it a few times. I had it at the McDonald's, and I also had it at Jollibee, because, you know, Jollibee's like the Filipino fast food chain, right? And they have it in a lot of places. I've just never been, to be honest, myself. So we went to Jollibee a few times when I was there, to like the legit one, right? The original Jollibee from the source, to try it because I really wanted to. And they also had spaghetti. I will say, I think that their spaghetti was a little better than like the Filipino McDonald's spaghetti. It was still sweet, but it was a little better. I don't know. Do you guys like it if you've had it, the Filipino spaghetti? Kind of think it's an acquired taste. It tastes a little bit more like I don't know, like some other sort of like Asian noodle, you know, than spaghetti. Because it is. Did you eat any of the banana products there? Yes! Oh my god. I mean, I ate literal bananas. They were a little smaller than usual there. Like, I don't know, my bananas my bananas are usually average size, what, 7 inches? Average? But the bananas in the Philippines are like 4 or 5 inches maybe. Oh my god, Peranguin! Hi! Thank you so much for the sub! Oh my god, 12 months! Holy shit, 1 year! Let's go! Thank you! You prefer savory spaghetti too? You've never had it? Yeah, right? I mean, I think you should try it if you've never had it. I just wanted to try it like for the experience, but I also prefer the savory spaghetti. It's amazing once you pick up on the flavor of Filipino spaghetti. I do think that it's an acquired taste, yeah. That's another thing in general that I realized very, very quickly in the Philippines, guys, is that they love their sweets. It must be acquired. Like, I'm assuming if you do live there, if you're born there, you just love sweet things because everything was fucking so sweet. And sometimes it was good. I did like, yeah, some of the rice pastries, or maybe you mean like banana leaf pastries, right? Where it's like rice wrapped in banana leaf. Those are so good. I've always really loved those. I definitely had some of those. Oh, so yummy. And like some desserts I like, had halo halo and stuff. Ensamadas are like my favorite. They're the like bread pastry with butter and cheese on the top. So yummy. But it's like that you'd expect to be sweet, but things that you don't expect to be sweet were also really sweet. Everything every day. Sorry, I feel like I might come off a little traumatized. I'm not a big sweets person. So sometimes I liked it, but other times I'd be like, surely this breakfast, like, I don't know, like sausage that I'm eating won't be sweet, and it would be sweet. You know what I mean? I'd be like, surely this spicy soup that I get won't be sweet, and what do you know? It would be sweet. It was like kind of surprising once in a while. And I drink tea every day, right? So I would go out to a cafe or something to get my tea, and the first few times the lattes, like green tea lattes, were really, really sweet, and I was like, okay, I see. I gotta like clarify, maybe like ask for a version without sweetener. So I tried to do that a few times, but I don't really speak Tagalog, so I'm not sure if they understood me. But there were even a couple times though where they were like, oh, okay, I won't add sweetener. Okay, no sweet, and they would give me a tea, and I would expect it to be just like a chill, unsweetened green or black tea, and it would be sweetened. It would still be sweetened. So no matter where I went, I was drinking sweetened tea every day, and every drink was sweet. Holy shit. Sorry, I was trying to get like a vegetable juice because I'm a vegetable girly, you know. Once in a while I was like kind of getting desperate. I was like, okay, my tea's fucking sweet, my spaghetti's fucking sweet, I need like some sort of non-sweetened beverage. So I would buy like carrot juice. The carrot juice would be sweet, and then I would go to the convenience store, buy just a vegetable. I'd look at all the ingredients. I'd be like, okay, this is like a tomato juice, carrot juice, whatever. It has like a bunch of different vegetables in it, and it would be sweet too. Holy shit, guys. Every drink that I tried was sweet. I couldn't escape it. I couldn't escape it. And hi BGM, and Infernal, welcome, and Gigakumo, welcome. The heat makes you metabolize faster, so sweet food offers more energy. That is kind of what I was thinking. That and like salty foods or like electrolyte heavy foods. That does make sense that you would need more sugar for energy. If I was like rationalizing it, I know there's reasons for it. It's like that when I went to Japan too. I remember being there being like quite a lot of sweet foods, but it just caught me a little off guard, honestly. Everything is sweet, yeah. Everything is so sweet. You've been avoiding sausage in the morning because of that? Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, you're in the Philippines? Dude. Your sister's heading over too. Oh, I see. Neat. I mean, it was really, really fun, you guys. I did love it. It was very, very sweet. For sure. So sweet. Banana chips are so good. I actually didn't have banana chips while I was there. Just straight up bananas, which were really yummy. And like all the fruit was so delicious. That's when I didn't mind if things were sweet, because it would be like just straight up fruit and it would be naturally sweet and so good, you know, like smoothies. Oh, smoothies are so yummy. Have you had the sweet purple yam dessert? Sweet purple yam dessert. Puto bumbang? Ube? Maybe you mean ube. I must have had ube. I had an ube ensamada while I was there. That same like cheesy, buttery pastry, but it was like ube flavored dough, and I got that at like a 7-Eleven, which was really fun. I always love to go to 7-Elevens in foreign countries because their selections are so different like than what I'm used to in America, you know? You like sweets but everything? That's a bit much. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm fucking saying. But I mean, I'm calm. I'm calm. And I did have a few meals that were just normal savory. I mean, there are things that are more salty, less sweet. It was just a surprising amount of sweet foods. Ube is the best. Ube is so good. Yeah. Oh, your parents and grandparents are from the Philippines. Oh, nice! And they end up making all the food sweet. Yeah, it's big. It's huge there. It's definitely huge there. I made a bunch of notes, you guys, for my trip so I could do like the proper the proper ZATSU thing. Cause I wanted to just tell you guys like some highlights and stuff that happened while I was gone, but also I'm so tired. I'm so fucking tired. It's what time would it be in the Philippines right now? I'm still pretty jet lagged. So if I sound like, I don't know, I feel like my voice changes octaves when I'm sleepy. That's the reason, okay? Okay, it's 11 a.m. tomorrow in the Philippines right now, and it's currently 8 p.m. for me, and I just switched over. I just flew over yesterday morning, and yesterday, oh my god, yesterday was hell, you guys. Yesterday was hell. Ew, it was so long. The flight's like 14 hours, and we were like in an area where we had to drive like 6 hours to the airport. Oh my gosh, it was just like the longest travel experience of my life. And then I got back, and then honestly I kind of just blacked out yesterday. I've been like asleep. I had to pick up my cats. First thing I did when I came back was eat a huge salad though, because you know everything was so sweet. And and where I was staying towards the end of the trip, someone told me that I like shouldn't trust the vegetables. I don't know if that's true. That they were saying like I shouldn't eat salads. My friend's cousin who lives in the Philippines was like, don't eat the salads here because you might get really sick for a long time. And that freaked me the fuck out because I really hate food poisoning. So I didn't eat any salad or anything there really. Just minimal cooked vegetables, you know. So that's the first thing I did yesterday when I returned home. So I went and bought the hugest salad, gorged myself on it, bought some kombucha. Oh my gosh, I'm just like probiotic maxing, you know, because what happens to me whenever I go on a trip anywhere, not even to a foreign country, but if I go like anywhere, I get the shits like crazy. Maybe TMI, but eating food that's any different from what I usually eat really messes with my stomach balance. So I've been fighting a battle of tummy issues for so long, and I'm fixing myself right now. And then bro, today, honestly yesterday I came back and just passed out, slept for so long, and today I've been like in and out of consciousness. In and out of fits of consciousness. So I took like a 2-hour nap maybe a few hours ago, woke up, had lunch. I don't know, I'm all disoriented, guys. I feel a little loopy. I feel a little crazy. You went to Japan and didn't learn that it's not normal to speak to the 7-Eleven employees? What? Is that true? You don't really? But I mean, you have to talk to them a little bit to give them like your money, don't you? That's so interesting. I mean, I don't speak Japanese, so when I went to Japan, I mean, I wasn't like chatting up the employees or anything, but I was definitely like, hi, thank you. Here's my money. Here's my money, desu. You know, stuff like that. And oh, I think I asked them for directions a few times, and my luggage handle broke, and one time I went in and asked them for tape to fix it, and they were really nice. They were all so nice. Honestly, in the Philippines too, everyone was super friendly, which was really great. And I mean, almost everyone spoke pretty good English, honestly, wherever I went. So I tried to learn my basics, my mabuhay, for welcome, and my salamat po for thank you in Tagalog. What else do I got? Where's the bathroom? Oh, is CR is bathroom. How do you say where is? So on CR or something like that. Oh gosh, CR is bathroom. So I was whipping that out like, CR? Is this the CR? And they would be like, yes, CR. I was really proud of that. What else I got? For good morning, I got maganda umaga. For good morning. I only said that a couple times because I was a little shy. I was so nervous the first few days that I arrived to say the Tagalog words, because I don't really know any, and I was just like, oh god, they're gonna see right through me. They're gonna know I don't know what the fuck I'm saying, you know? Like, I really get nervous about that. In Japan too, when I went to Japan a while ago, I was so nervous being like, arigato. You know? It'd be like, but I think it's nice to try and communicate a little bit. People are super chatty in the South. Oh, really? I mean, if people tried to chat with me in Tagalog, I wouldn't know what the fuck to say. So luckily that didn't really happen. They kind of got the picture that I'm like a foreigner. I think only one person actually came up to me and said like a sentence in Tagalog, and they were like, they were just trying to ask me if I was in line for something, but I honestly, it took me a long time to figure it out. I was like, sorry, fuck, sorry, what are you saying? And then I realized I was just like in their way, and I was like, oh, you should have just like pushed me or something. Oh, my bad. You would love to pick up some Tagalog? Yeah, well, I got your basics. Salamat po. And I guess po is like the polite, respectful, just an ending word for sentences. So sometimes you would just say like thank you po. Some people just say thank you po instead of salamat po, which is pretty cute. I was there with a few of my friends who are Filipino, but I mean they also don't really speak fluent Tagalog, but they knew some basics, so they were telling me some basics, and they were kind of like carrying me through the whole experience. which was great. I'm not very good at navigating by myself, you know, so I was really glad. I went with a group of like 6-7 people, which was super nice, and yeah, a few of them had family there that helped us organize car rides and gave us like recommendations on where to go and what to do and what not to do, so that was like really helpful. I think it's always nice when you have some help, a friend. And hey, Calm Soda, how are you? I'm doing good. Just sleepy. How are you? You got food poisoning from your grandma's tacos in Mexico? No! God, no. Did you tell her? She must have felt so bad, like from home cooking, you got food poisoning. I was so scared of getting food poisoning, you guys. But literally, me and all my friends combined probably had like every possible medication for stomach issues. I brought Pepto, which I took like 6 because my shits were so bad, and I brought Tums, and I brought activated charcoal, which thank god I didn't have to take. Activated charcoal is pretty intense. It's the one where if you get food poisoning, you swallow activated charcoal and it kind of just forces you to throw up right away. So the idea is all the shit that's in your tummy, you just like get rid of it really fast. But that's kind of an aggressive way to deal with it, to be honest. That's just what my mom used to give me when I was sick. So I'm really used to throwing up. But everyone else on the trip brought like Imodium or like other other stomach things that aren't as aggressive, that just kind of like fix the nausea and stuff. But I brought the charcoal and everyone was like, Darcie, holy shit, I don't want to take that. I don't want to take that, you're so scary. You see, foreigners usually look more confused than those ladies driving around the marketplace in the US. Ladies driving around the marketplace. Are you talking about me? I mean, yeah, I always look confused, but yeah, I definitely was like kind of out of my element. But yeah, okay, I'll talk about maybe just like step by step or like day by day, just general things I did. Hopefully these pictures of cats aren't too overwhelming, but I figure it's like kind of a cute little backdrop to look at. All the little babies I saw on my trip. But yeah, it's there 14 days. Oh my god, I'm so tired. Just thinking about it makes me exhausted, bro. It was there 14 days, and I took some notes on my notes app. It was a 14-hour flight, so okay. Starting from the beginning, day 1. Day 1. Super long plane ride. It was pretty early in the morning. 14 hours. I thought it would be like annoying, but it wasn't that bad. I don't really get motion sick on planes. I do in cars and stuff, but in planes I was pretty okay. And I was super prepared. I brought my laptop. I brought like 5 books. Seriously, I brought the heaviest carry-on ever. I think it was a little over the weight that you're allowed on a carry-on, but they didn't stop me. And I brought like a sketchbook to draw, and I brought like some fidget toys. I brought so much shit. And you know what I did that whole 14-hour flight? I read fan fiction. I just read fan fiction the whole time like a degenerate. I didn't do anything productive. I just went on my phone and scrolled my downloaded fan fiction. I thought I was gonna be like doing all this other shit. No, but it felt good. Honestly, it passed the time very, very quickly because minutes go by when you're reading your beloved yaoi. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm always prepared, just in case. But the archive of our own really came through. I did not have a window seat. No, I didn't. It was one of those really huge planes, like 3 aisles. So I was in like the center, probably like the dead center of the whole plane, in the very middle. So I couldn't see anything. And I just read fan fiction. Yeah. You thought activated charcoal was only for poison? That's what everyone was saying. They're like, Darcie, why did you bring this fucking insane pill for your stomach? What the hell? Just take Tums. But I don't know. I'm just crazy like that. What if I get poisoned, you guys? What if I get poisoned? And oh, I also brought dewormer. Which everyone also reacted pretty crazy. I don't know, guys. My mom is a very heavy like vitamin maxer, herbal supplement maxer. So she just takes this dewormer like twice a year. And she gave it to me. She bought me a whole bottle for this trip. And I didn't take it at all because I didn't really feel like I had worms. And I don't know how I would feel like I have worms, but I guess it kind of like helped me feel safe emotionally to just have it in my suitcase. I brought a lot of shit that I didn't need. Maybe you just went on a set that looked like the Philippines and didn't travel at all. I hope not, bro. That would be a crazy movie set though. But yeah, fanfiction amazing. I agree. And I did watch one movie. I watched Inside Out for the first time. I've never seen it, but it's like that kids movie where all the emotions are personified, like sadness and happiness and anger in a little girl. And it was pretty good. I liked it. Cried a little bit. And then there was also Inside Out 2, but I decided I didn't need to see the second one. I feel like I got the idea, you know? I feel like it'd be really good to watch if I was a child. Like I liked it and everything, but I think I would like it more if I was a little baby, you know. I see you. Hi, Onokan. I see you. I spy with my little eye. Darcie gets off the plane with a leg holster of little vials and labels. Dude, I was stacked up. I had 2 suitcases, and by the end I had 3 suitcases because I bought so many souvenirs. It was pretty annoying to travel with, to be honest. I think next trip I go on that's longer than a week, I probably will try to not have 3 suitcases by the end of it because it was a little excessive, I'm not gonna lie. But it wasn't like full size. It was like 1 huge suitcase, then like two like carry-on sizes, you know what I mean? So it's fine, it's fine. Hi, Spy Girl. Hi, welcome. Like the Australia isn't real conspiracies. Guys, it was real, I'm not lying. Why would I lie to you? Why would I lie to you? Would you go back? I think, I don't know. I think my thing is I wouldn't go for a long time if I go back. It was really nice. I think if I did go back, it would probably just be to like the beaches and stuff. The city was really nice. It was fun to go to, but if I go on another trip, I probably want to go somewhere new, you know? Inside Out 2 beat Frozen as highest grossing film when it came out in box office? What the hell? Really? It beat Frozen? What? Second, the movie of Inside Out is unrelated? Really? Shit, so I should have watched it, you're saying? Damn it. Damn it. Wait, that's like actually wild that it beat the first movie. Like, people like the second movie more? I didn't know that. Huh. Interesting. Was there culture shock? Sort of. I mean, I've been to like Japan and Korea before, which is very, very different. But yeah, definitely a bit of culture shock. Also, like very just stimulating. I the first day that I arrived, it was so busy. I think on the streets driving to like our hotel, so many scooters driving past really, really quickly, and so many cars driving past really, really quickly and pretty chaotically. That definitely right away was like so shocking, and just like the busyness of it all in the city, in Manila anyway, was like pretty surprising. And I kind of got used to it a little bit, but it was a little like, yeah, overwhelming for a sec. It's crazy though, because there's so many scooters, you guys. I'm like trying to describe how crazy the driving was. I think if someone asked me to drive in the Philippines, I would like have a meltdown. I don't know how they do it. Like the navigation's wild. They're going so fast. There's so many cars, so many scooters going so fast. Oh my god. And they must be really good at driving. No one was crashing. A lot of times cars would come so close to us, and our Grab driver, or which is kind of like Uber, right? Like the hired driver we were with would be swerving like crazy, and people would be almost hitting us, and I'd be doing like my meditations in the back seat, like okay, this is wild. I can't believe I haven't died by now. I thought I was gonna die like every 5 seconds. But I've come to the conclusion that every driver in the Philippines is just a god. I think they're so talented at driving, like actually masterclass drivers. Because to navigate that situation, you need skills, bro. It's like, it's a war zone out there. It's crazy. It's so crazy. You brought a scooter with you? Oh my god. You drove a scooter? I don't think I could drive the scooter. No, I didn't drive the scooter, no. There was a point where like half of our group rented scooters and I did not drive, but I did ride on like the back of a scooter, but not in the busy city area. It was when we went up to like a beach town, which was a lot more chill and quiet, less busy. So that one I felt safer and more calm riding on the back of the scooter. But I even if I was asked to drive a scooter there though, I think I might cry. I'm not meant to be a scooter driver, you know. you know. But also there were those tricycles. Like there were these cabs that were small 3-wheeled tricycle car things. and they're just like attached to a motorcycle. Basically it's like a little cab attached to a motorcycle with 3 wheels, and those were actually really fun. The tricycles were super chill because there's all space, and then you're in like a little armored car and you're zooming around, so that was actually pretty fun. But we did that, yeah, tricycle, scooter, and through car. So I got the whole spread. Got the whole spread. Tuk-tuks, yeah, I think that is what they're called. Tuk-tuks. Little tricycles, yeah. Hi Tyler, welcome. I'm gonna drink some tea. You saw a video of a bus driver drifting down a mountain. All the passengers were screaming. Oh my god, that would be me. Yeah, dude. I mean, the driving was pretty safe. I didn't see... Well, I was about to say I didn't see a single crash, but that's not true. I saw one crash, or one crashed car on the side of the road, but aside from that, everyone seemed to know what they were doing. And the buses too, they're smaller buses there. They're called like jeepneys. They're really cute, like decorated, smaller buses that go around all over the city and pick people up. So, well, I didn't get to ride one of those, unfortunately. I tried at one point, but I just like, we couldn't find the right stop to pick us up for the jeepneys, so it just never came when we were waiting for it for like 30 minutes and then we gave up. I'm just not a local, I guess, so we didn't really know where to go or like how to do it right. Not meant to be a scooter driver. We'll put you on a motorcycle. A scooter like is a motorcycle, you guys. It's kind of like the same thing. It's kind of the same thing. But yeah, yeah, maybe I can do a motorcycle someday. I can do it in video games pretty good. I've played Cyberpunk, so I got motorcycles in that game. So yeah, what else did I do? Oh yeah, the second day, so after we arrived, we had that Jollibee spaghetti, and then in our hotel we had a swimming pool, so I went swimming that first night. Didn't really see like too many sites. I think we went to some historical sites, but then we just went swimming and it started raining immediately. It's kind of almost monsoon season where it rains every fucking day, and we wanted to avoid that, but we did catch like the beginnings of it. So honestly, the first like maybe 5 days to like the first week we were there, it was raining every day on and off at random times, like warm rain, but it would fucking pour. It was wild how quickly the streets would fill with water, and there'd be lightning everywhere. I was like, whoa. And that was happening at night on my first night or my second day there. And it was wild because we were in this really high-rise hotel and the lightning looked so scary. It was so dark and the lightning was like just all around us. It was like all you could see, these really huge bright flashes. And my hotel had a pool and we really wanted to swim that day. So it started raining and we were like, oh, okay, well, we can't really do anything else today. Maybe we'll just go down to the swimming pool. And at this point, it was just like light rain. Light chill rain. I was like, yeah, nighttime swim, that sounds good. I put on a bikini, went downstairs, we got in the pool, and by the time we actually got in the pool, it like immediately started thundering and lightning striking so crazy all around us, and the rain just like poured times 5 intensity over us. And we had to like, oh my god, I was in there. I brought my goggles. I couldn't fucking see anything. I was like, why did I even bring goggles? It's so dark and I'm in the middle of like a storm. And then we were in the pool and I'm like, okay, wait, is this scary? Is it dangerous to be in a pool while there's lightning literally all around you? Probably, right? A little bit, because you're not supposed to like have the lightning touch water that you're swimming in, or you'll get electrocuted and die, right? So I was looking like, am I about to die right now? Am I about to die? And we're all in the pool for like literally maybe a total of 5 to 10 minutes, and then the lifeguard comes out and he's like, okay, you guys gotta go, you guys gotta get out of here. You guys have got to go. And it was so scary. So then we just left, and it was freezing. It was so windy. I just got out of a pool, it's raining, I'm so cold, there's lightning everywhere. It just felt like so insane. It just felt so scary. And then I like didn't know where my towel was, because I didn't want my towel to get wet, so I gave it to my friend who hid it somewhere, and then I didn't know where it was. It was just so chaotic. But it did get like the serotonin up, the adrenaline up for sure. Hi Min! Darcie Ruse, welcome! Why would rain be bad? You're wet either way. What? In the pool? Well, yeah, it was mostly the lightning I was scared of, and it was just like freezing at this point. Which was kind of nice. It's like, it's so hot during the day in Manila, right? And at night, it's like kind of nice to be cold, but I still didn't want to be like fucking freezing, you know what I mean? You saw a guy step out from a parking garage in heavy rainstorm holding a metal tray and got struck by lightning. What the fuck? That's so crazy. You saw that happen? That's wild, dude. Yeah, metal is not good in a lightning storm. At all. It is not good at all. Water and metal, no good, no good. Hi, Service Tenchi, welcome. That's kind of metal. Wait, you're so right. That's kind of freaking metal. But yeah, hope that guy was okay. I heard lightning strikes can give you really cool tattoos sometimes. If it hits your back, you got like a cool lightning strike tattoo, or like a scar going down your spine. So hopefully he lived and just has a cool tattoo to tell the tale. Yeah. How are the trains? You know, I don't think I saw any trains in the Philippines. Were there trains in the Philippines? I didn't take any if there are. Just the cars and the jeepneys and the scooters and stuff. Smaller vehicles. But yeah, the lightning storms, it was, yeah, lightning like every day almost. On and off. And then the next day, honestly, the funny thing is also I didn't eat too much Filipino food until later on in the trip. Probably because there's like touristy places at it, and I'm with a group of people, right? So we just ended up going to places that just weren't serving Filipino food for a while. So I was like, day 3, why am I eating shakshuka for breakfast right now? And I haven't had any Filipino food, but I'm eating like Mediterranean food. It was kind of funny. But I did eventually get my Filipino food, so that was good. And yeah, lots of shopping, lots of eating. The shopping was fucking crazy. The shopping was so crazy. Like there's an area in Manila that's basically downtown, I guess, or it has lots of congested little shopping stalls. So we did that, but I kind of blacked out during that. I don't really remember it that much. I was just so overstimulated. It's like the most crowded, busy street ever, and it's like a ton of little vendors selling you things, which is pretty cool. Did I buy anything? I think I bought a fan. I just bought a fan there because I was so hot. And it was like nice to use it while I'm navigating. And the fans are really pretty. It's like one of those woven grass fans, it looks really complicated to make, but there's a lot of woven art in the Philippines actually, like baskets and like coasters and rugs and blankets and stuff. And I did buy some things. And hi, Sailor! Thank you for subbing! 4 months! Let's go! My favorite little spy! Thank you! Thank you! Yeah, I did have a lot of fun on my trip. I did. Can you get chicken tenders in the Philippines? Yes! Yes, you totally can. There's so much fried chicken in the Philippines, actually. I was eating it like... almost every day for the first week, which was fucking, which was a lot. I'm not gonna lie, it was really, really good. But I think by day 4, I was like, guys, has anyone noticed we've had fried chicken every day? Has anyone noticed we've had fried chicken every day? And yeah, Jollibee, yeah, some of the fried chicken was from Jollibee. I think that probably was my favorite fried chicken that we tried, was the Jollibee one. Compared to, I mean, the other fried chickens were just from like random restaurants. And it was all pretty good, but the Jollibee one was like especially good, probably because they specialize in it, you know. Model looks wonderful. Thank you, thank you. What does it taste like? Oh, the spaghetti. I talked about it already a little bit, but it's sweet. The spaghetti is sweet. Thanks for following, Double Steel. Welcome, welcome. The spaghetti is like a little sweeter than I'm used to. Because I'm used to, yeah, like a more savory tomato spaghetti, and theirs is made from like bananas. So it's kind of totally different, but it's not bad. It's just totally different dish. You meant the fried chicken? Fried chicken was so good. It was so good. I don't really know how to describe it, honestly. I mean, it kind of just tastes like fried chicken. There's just different seasonings on it, maybe. I had it a few times, so honestly, sometimes it was just fried chicken with like no flavors, like a generic fried chicken, but sometimes it did have some more seasonings on it. Both are really good, very juicy, very nice. I feel like that type of food is really good in the hot weather too. That and the sweets. God, so many sweets. So many freaking sweets. But yeah, I had halo halo too on day 3, which was my first Filipino dish that I had there, was halo halo, which I've had a lot in my life. It's like the shaved ice with lots of miscellaneous baubles on it. There's like ice cream, I think ube ice cream, and coconut shreds, and like little jellies, different flavored jellies, and the red azuki beans. So yummy. Oh, it's so good. Very, very delicious. It's so big though, and again, it's very sweet. That I shared with some people because I couldn't eat the whole fucking thing. But yeah, that was like my first Filipino meal. That, and I think some salted squid, some fried squid. It's pretty good. Your favorite vacation spot has hand-woven sweetgrass basket. So complicated. I mean, just any woven basket in general is so beautiful and so complex looking. Yeah, I bought that woven fan, but also there was like a Ilocano village we went to, or Ilocos village we went to, that I think maybe specializes in woven crafts, because we saw a lot of them there. They had the blanket. I bought a blanket, and I bought a couple like doormats and some like hand towels. They were so pretty, dude. Just like super colorful, intricately woven things. They're so pretty. God, I almost wish I bought more, because I like kind of wanted everything. That's where I got the 3rd suitcase. I was like, I need so much shit. I need it all. It's so pretty. It's so beautiful. And the colors are really nice. I didn't get a handbag though, like a basket bag, but I really wanted one. I just feel like the basket type woven things might have crumbled in my suitcase a little bit. I thought it might break in my suitcase, so I didn't get too many grass woven things, but the things I bought were like cloth, like I don't know what type of cloth, but it's just like fabric woven rugs and stuff, but super nice. Any pottery? You know, I didn't see like a ton of pottery, maybe some like bowls and stuff. I also didn't go like everywhere. I didn't go like everywhere in the Philippines, so I'm sure they had some pottery somewhere. One place that I wish I got to go to though was this like wood carving village. I really, really wanted to visit that. The pictures looked so cute, just like tons and tons of different wood carving crafts. And the thing is, we did drive over there at one point, but it was on Sunday, and I guess all businesses, or a lot of businesses, are closed on Sundays, which makes sense. So the entire wood carving village, like every store was closed, and I was so sad. It was like a huge bummer. Oh well. Oh well. I'm at least glad the storekeepers got their rest. But yeah, that, and also banks are closed on Mondays for some reason, because we were trying to go and exchange some money on a Monday, and we were like, wow, wait, every bank is literally closed. Oh no, oh no. But it was fine. Some of our friends who were already there had some pesos that we could use, so they came through for us. That's kind of like the reason that we were visiting, is because I have a couple of friends that are like living there, so the rest of me and my other friends were like visiting them, so that was really nice, saying hello, getting the tour, hitting the sights. And what else happened? Oh my god, you guys, when I got halo halo on that day, the first Filipino food I got at a Filipino restaurant, I stood up after eating, and we were like leaving this place, and the waitress came up to me afterwards and she was like, "Ma'am, you're so sexy, ma'am." Oh my god, that was the highlight of my whole trip maybe. She said, "You're so sexy, ma'am." Oh, I was freaking out. Oh my god. I just got rizzed up by the waitress. Holy shit. I didn't really know what to say. I was just like, oh my god, thank you. Maganda. So yeah, I'm just flexing. That was like, that was a pretty high moment for me. Could have taken her back to the hotel. No! Oh my god, no. Yeah, I mean, I didn't even rizz her, guys. I literally did not say like a single word to her. I just walked past her. But I was like, oh my god, am I like cute as hell today or something? I just thought that was a really good day for me. It's like one of those things I'm gonna remember till I die, you know? Yeah, you wish Darcie would adopt you so you can legally call her mommy. My guy, what? That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. But hey, Minakalu, welcome back. Thank you. Yeah, I guess Darcie Ruse, more like Darcie Riz, for real. So yeah, that's the best part of the trip, pretty much. Yeah, what else? It's so much shopping. Oh, there's also in our hotel this really funny kid in the elevator that I kept seeing a few times, and the kid was so whiny. We were just following the lore up and down the elevator of this kid who was like with his brother, and he was like stomping around. He would like come in the elevator really frustrated, like, hey, you picked up my sister. I wanted to pick up my sister. Hey man, what the hell? You know, stuff like that. And it was so funny. The brother said absolutely nothing in response, and this kid was fuming. It looked like he was about to cry, and he was like, and the big brother finally left, and the kid was just left alone in this elevator with like his little baby sister. And I heard him mumble to himself like, and you wonder why I hate him. And he was doing all this while me and like 3 of my friends were in the elevator, so we're just holding in our laugh. We're like being so stoic, trying to not say anything about this kid until he left. But I just thought that was so little brother coded. And I don't have siblings, but that's just how I imagine the daily life of a little sibling, right? So funny. I'm Darcie Filipino. Well, no, I was visiting the Philippines because I have some friends there, yeah, and friends with family there, so we just all went on a trip together. But yeah, Darcie If Darcie's Filipino, I could be, or I couldn't be, you know? Who's to say? Who's to say? Yuri vacation. Exactly. Maganda, guys. Maganda. What else did we do? Oh yeah, okay, so afterwards we did a few days there, and then I think I just got really bad shits from eating like my first Filipino food probably. That was only day 4. I had crazy shits, okay? I was there for 2 weeks, and in my notes I wrote down that starting on day 4, I started getting bad shits. So yeah, my life is hell. After that, it was downhill from there, but at least I had Pepto, right? So that carried me through it a lot. It was kind of crazy though, because we did so much driving. It was three nights in this one area, and then we had like a longish drive. And at that point, I was already sick, so I had to like put on a motion sickness patch that my friend bought. I've never worn those before, but I was like, please fix me. We did that. And then somehow I survived the drive, and we made it to hotel number 2, which was great. And the second place was like it was in Clark. It's like a military base, or like not military base, but that's just like what's around, but also some touristy things. And also nature. We did a lot of nature things there. There's like a crazy hike that we went on, like the craziest hike imaginable. Oh my god. The thing is, I do like hiking. I actually suggested this hike, so it was totally my fault. But I was looking at the reviews, and it said, nice, easy waterfall hike. Very chill waterfall hike. Just walk along the river, and you'll make it to the top. You might want to like pay the locals to guide you, but otherwise, no sweat. And it's a quick 45-minute hike, just like a few miles. I was like, okay, that sounds really good. That sounds really good. So we went there, and as soon as we get there, it starts raining. How many miles? Wait, actually, let me check. I don't even remember. The thing is, the miles isn't even like relevant. I want to say it was just a few miles. Like, it was a 45-minute hike, so it wasn't that long. It was just, the thing is, once I got there, it started raining, right? And we went, and we were like, okay, let's just find the river. So we went, and we were walking along for a while, and we didn't see a river. And eventually a guide comes up to us, and so we were like, okay, sure, we'll pay you to guide us to the waterfall spot. And my guide had one eye, which is pretty badass, honestly. One-eyed guide, was a lady, and she starts taking us down to the river, and we're at the river, and we realize there is no walking path. We have to walk through the river, actually, that is full of rocks the entire time, and full of mud, slippery mud, full of rocks, and lots of bugs. And I can't wear my shoes. I have to take my shoes off, and I'm walking through this water, and it's actually like the most grueling hike that I've ever done in my life. It was so hard, you guys. I was like locking in. There was one point I like thought I was gonna have a panic attack. It was so stressful. It was so stressful. Did you drink the tap water? No, I did not drink the tap water. I was warned against the tap water, so it was bottled water only for me. But yeah, in Vietnam too. Oh, interesting. I've never been to Vietnam, but that makes sense. Yeah, I didn't want to die, so no, I did not drink tap water. Even like ice, I've heard sometimes is made from tap water, so you're supposed to like refuse ice at restaurants. But it was like iffy, you know. Depending on where we went, we would sometimes drink the ice because it looked like factory made, like tube ice, or maybe there was a sign that said they don't use tap water, and then we were like, okay, this probably won't kill us, and then we would drink the ice and stuff. But the water's pretty iffy, yeah. But anyway, yeah, this hike I was on was fucking crazy, and it was only 45 minutes to get there, but it felt like days, bro. I was so locked in, so locked in, and the water like slowly gets higher the further you go into the mountain, and God, I keep slipping, so I'm like covered in mud. I'm sweating. And at the end, it leads you finally to this waterfall, which is really nice. But I'm not like the strongest swimmer, so I just kind of stayed in the shallow, and some of my other friends went out to like where it's deeper to swim, and there's like a little cliffside that some of them went up and jumped off of, which freaked me out. Like, okay, all the locals were doing it, so it must have been safe, but just the thought of jumping off of a cliff type thing into water is so scary to me. Like, ah! I don't know, man. What if you like slip and hit your head, you know? Anything could happen. I've seen a lot of like TikTok horror stories about that type of thing, but anyway, they're my friends and they were fine and they lived, so it's all good. But I was just chilling out in the more shallow water, and it was like a very beautiful like covered waterfall area. Like there's cliffs on either side of us, right? So we're in like a valley of water, I guess. And there's like trees over us. It's like very pretty, which was nice. You took your little brother on a 12-mile hike, gave up after a few hours. Dude, I would too. 12 miles is crazy. Maybe it depends on the hike, I guess, but that seems like really far. He collapsed and laid in the road for like 20 minutes. No! Damn. Yeah, hikes are hard, man. It's also like super hot where I was down this hike, and I wasn't used to the heat. I think I finally got used to the heat towards the end of the 2 weeks, but it honestly took me quite a while to get acclimated. Like I was feeling kind of out of breath. I was like, oh my god, I need to hydrate or I'm gonna pass out like every day. But yeah, pretty crazy. And then it was like the way back on the hike was kind of worse than the way there, because I was already exhausted from like hiking this whole way barefoot through the treacherous rocky slopes, you know, and then we were like, oh, we have to do that again. Fuck my life. And on the way back I was like a little shakier, struggling a little more. I was probably the worst person on this hike, dude. The people I went with are like all pretty outdoorsy people, except for one other girl, but she stayed in the car. So my only friend, who's like not super outdoorsy like me, stayed in the car because she didn't want to do it. So I'm like wig-wog, like wobbling my way through life. But I mean, I did make it, so swag. But I was like slipping a little bit on the way back, and eventually one of my guides, we had like multiple guides, they just kind of kept appearing, and one of my guides like gave me his shoes at one point. I was like, oh my god, man, you don't have to give me your shoes, but he took off his slippers and had me wear them so that I wouldn't like slip so much, which was really nice of him. He was swag for that. He was cool for that. Because putting on shoes, guys, was such a game changer. I was like, holy shit, I feel like I'm like a mecha man right now. I'm super powered just like because I have shoes on. I felt so strong. Probably because I just spent an hour like barefoot doing that crazy hike, but shoes were such a game changer. Such a game changer. You don't drink tap water where you live, let alone anywhere else? Honestly, yeah, I don't drink tap water where I live either, unless it's like an emergency, you know what I mean? Like I feel like I'm about to pass out or something. But yeah, filtered water forever. Filtered water, usually. Having a good hiking boot makes a world of difference. Dude, it does! Holy shit, I wish I had boots. Also, all my friends had shoes on! They all had shoes on, and they're all like slightly more athletic than me on this hike, and I'm like the weakest one, and I'm not wearing fucking shoes because I brought like I brought a sandal, but it's the type that would fall off really quickly, like in water, so I just didn't wear them the whole time. Or I might have even been wearing just sneakers. I'm trying to remember. It was something I couldn't wear in the water, so I had to go barefoot. But my guide was barefoot. Like the locals were all barefoot, so I was like, okay, this probably won't kill me. And I made it, and the mud was very soft. In the river, by the river, the mud was really soft in my toes. It was just super slippery. It was crazy. I felt like I was in like a Lara Croft Tomb Raider video game. Like my guide was guiding me through, and she didn't speak very much English. So she would just point at spaces and be like, okay, tree trunk, you cross this now. And I'd be like, oh, okay, fuck my life. And I would go across it, like anxiously, sweating my balls off. And then we'd get to the next section and she'd be like, okay, stairs up to the waterfall. And it'd be like scaling this fucking mountain, which, okay, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but it was very, lots of clambering and jumping, and it was insane. The quick time events on this hike, I gotta say, were pretty insane. I'm just glad that I didn't get like a leech, you know? Because that's probably a real possibility. Walking barefoot through a river for an hour, 2 hours. I feel like there's some things in the water, definitely, but I just waded through, and I definitely stubbed my toe a few times, like broke a nail a few times. Because I was barefoot, but we made it. And then we got back to the car after the 2 hours, and my one friend who just stayed back in the car was like, oh, how was the hike, Darcie? Like, tell me the truth, I'm so curious, how was the hike? And I was like, girl, it was treacherous. Girl, it was crazy, holy shit, like, it's good you stayed behind. And like, I'm glad that I went on it, but my friend, the girl that stayed behind, she gets like vertigo really easily when she walks upstairs, or like walks too quickly or anything like slightly disorienting. She gets really dizzy. So I was like, girl, I think you would have died on this hike. This hike was so fucking crazy. Like, I was struggling so much. I was like, yeah, I know, you it's good you stayed in the car, because that was wild. I just like lost years of my life, I think. But it was worth the views. Yeah. It was pretty. I'm glad that I did that hike. Would I do it again? No fucking way. But but it was really nice. Any photography? Yeah, honestly, I know my friends took pictures of this hike, but I was busy fighting for my life the whole time, so honestly, I didn't really take pictures on the hike. I was kind of focusing on, you know, not slipping on every single rock, so I didn't really take pictures that day. But it was super, super pretty. You just gotta believe me. Were there any dangerous animals? Not that I saw. I think the biggest animal that my friend saw was like one of those monitor lizards. Monitor lizards. It actually freaked me out. We were on a kayak one day, and very close to the shore, my friend was like, Darcie, I think I see a crocodile. And I was like, excuse me? Excuse me? They were like, I think I see a crocodile on the shore. So I was like, okay, let's get the fuck out of here. I don't want to see a crocodile. I'm good not seeing the crocodile. And they're crazy. They were like, oh, do you want to go a little closer? You want to like try and see if you can see it? And I was like, actually, no. I'm good. Let's just leave. But like, it was like from a boat, right? So we went back to the guide that day, and the guide was like, I don't think you saw a crocodile. That was probably one of the big lizards on the island. So thank God, probably just saw a big lizard. I know, so one of my friends saw a monkey. God, I didn't see anything. I think I saw like bulls, like, yeah, male cows, and I guess that's probably the most dangerous one, like the big black bulls with the horns. Pretty cool looking. Lots of goats too. Those were cute though. I love goats. I know, I want to live. What? Yeah, I want to get closer so you can see. Why would they ask? I don't know why they would ask. I don't want to lose my life, seriously. I actually never want to see a crocodile anywhere near me ever. You saw a gator at your state park? Blended in with the trail? That's so scary. You were a couple steps away from him? Fuck. That's so scary, dude. God. Yeah, I will say I am very glad I don't have to deal with like alligators and crocodiles regularly. I feel like you must have a strong spirit. It probably makes you like so strong inside. But yeah, that was crazy. But then the next day was nice. Day 6? Day 6, after the crazy hike where I was like so winded, so exhausted, we had a spa day, which was super cool. And the spa day was up in this like hot springs area, so it was this whole guided tour. Everything has a guide. I can't get anywhere by myself, but it was like you take this jeep through the water and it takes you up and up and up to these hot springs, and there's like 11 different pools, super pretty, and there's like hot water. There's actually no cold water because it's the Philippines. Everything's fucking hot, but it was semi lukewarm water that was pretty nice to chill in, like yeah, just like a little spa day. And they sell some snacks. They sold like boiled eggs, but we tried to buy some boiled eggs and the man was like, sorry, actually all these eggs are rotten, you don't want them. And we were like, oh okay, everything is gonna kill me, my bad. Also another thing that happened in the spa was like they're hot tubs, right? Or the hot springs are like these big natural pools of water. And we brought our own bottled water to drink, and one of the guys was like filling the bottle with pool water. He was filling it with pool water and just like playing with it and like throwing it around the hot springs, like I don't know, it's like a game. But at some point he put the water down and it got mixed up with all the other water bottles that were full and full of normal water, and no one really noticed. So one of my friends was like, hey Darcie, can you hand me a water bottle please? So I handed them just a water bottle that was next to me, and they chugged it. They chugged the entire water bottle, and then like a few minutes later I was talking to like some other people and they were like, oh yeah, I gave that water bottle away, and they were like, I think that might have been the water bottle filled with hot spring water. And I was like, what? Are you saying I just fed this person hot spring water? You're kidding. You're kidding. And they chugged it. They chugged the whole bottle. Oh my god. So I was like keeping an eye on them low key, like, oh, let me know if you feel like a terrible illness, if you like start going blind or something. I just made them chug hot spring water, my bad. No one told me, bro. No one told me. What the fuck? What the fuck? Yeah, maybe it was disinfected. I don't know. The good news is that person never got sick, so either they have a stomach of steel or maybe it wasn't hot spring water. It's hard to say, but they made it. They made it. Phew. Glad that wasn't me. Spiders are scary as shit. Why would you add alligators and crocodiles to that list? Yeah, I mean, some people, you just live in an area where there happen to be terrible beasts roaming around. But there is crazy out there, you guys. No crocodiles for me. Only kitties, please. Only kitties. I love the cats. I love the cats. I know I almost killed someone, seriously. I can't believe I did that. I was like, the blood is on my hands. I didn't know I was handing them hot spring water, but the blood would have been on my hands. Damn. Phew. But good thing I had activated charcoal, right? Which is like good for extracting poison. So maybe if they actually got sick, I could have given them that and then like reversed it, saved their life with my poison fixer. I'm prepared. I'm prepared for anything. I'm prepared for any disaster. So yeah, the spa day was nice. We like got massages, kind of. It was like this crazy massage where they bury our entire bodies in sand except your head. And then they step on you. Which was kind of nice, but also like low-key a little claustrophobic. I was like doing my meditation exercises the whole time because I was like, whoa, I'm buried in hot sand right now. I low-key like can't move any of my limbs, and my heartbeat is like thrumming throughout my whole body. It feels so crazy, so I was kind of just like zoning out at that point. But it was cool, and they did like a clay mask on us. That was really nice. And yeah, it's like it's a fun spa day. Stream suggestion: first aid pharmacology training. What would that be like? Oh, learning about how to save people from poison and stuff. That could be cool, something like that. I'm kind of down. And hi Zafkia, welcome. You read a sad story about a gator that got trapped in a storm drain and died. Oh no! I mean, yeah, that is really sad. I hate hearing sad animal stories. It's so depressing. How expensive was your trip? The trip honestly wasn't that expensive because yeah, things are pretty cheap in Philippines, which is good. Or like, yeah, I think because dollar compared to pesos is like pretty high. Yeah, I hate getting claustrophobic too. I know. But yeah, most expensive thing was like the flight for sure. Everything else, I mean, the spa days and stuff and like touristy areas were pretty expensive, so I guess depends where you go. What else did I do? Oh, next day, day 7. Went to another hike. Went to another hike. Low-key, at this point, I was like kind of over it. I was like, okay, there's a hike we're interested in going on. I'm just gonna go slowly. I was like, guys, I don't know if I'm gonna go very far because we just had that fucking crazy hike. Like, I'm tired. Are you guys not tired? But we went on this hike, and as we were walking, we found like the first exit. And we're like, okay, let's go a little further because it wasn't too long. We kept going up and up through a really pretty like foresty area this time, forested mountainside area. And every exit after that, we would try to leave and it was fenced off. So the next exit was fenced off. We were like, okay, let's keep walking. We kept going like another 10-20 minutes. Next exit, also fenced off. And it was at this point I realized that the entire hike was fenced off. So in order to complete the hike, it was like either we trek back the entire way we came from, which we've been hiking for like an hour at this point, or we can like try and hop a fence. And I was kind of down to hop a fence, but we kept going closer to the fences and it just looked so treacherous. it was like climbing the fence that's sort of torn up and into like a trench or something insane. Like it just didn't look super safe, and I was in like a long skirt. I was like, all right, I think I might die if I do this. So we went to like a few spots where we could hop the fence, but I just couldn't do it. I was like, this does not seem doable. And I was about to walk the whole hike back, bro. I was like, fuck it, my legs are shaking with every step because I'm so tired, but maybe I'll just do the whole hike back so I don't like die climbing this fence. But eventually we were able to find an area that like broke off into an alleyway. It was super weird, honestly. I don't really understand why there weren't other ways to leave this hike. But we ended up going into this little alleyway behind a house and we were able to escape the hike. But this time I was not barefoot. No, this is the second hike. This is 2 days later. I went on a different hike where I was fenced in, unable to leave, and it was also a super long hike. And this time I wore a skirt, yeah, because it was a path this time. And I had shoes on. It was like a foresty hike. It's like the third location we went to was Baguio. It was more of like a mountainy city But lots of nature there too. Lots of nature everywhere, you know what I mean? But anyway, it's just like a crazy, weirdly set up hike, to be honest. And I didn't see a single other person aside from my group that entire time that we were hiking. Which I thought was kind of suspicious. I was like, okay, does nobody like this hike? Like, why are we the only ones here? And as we went on and I realized we were totally fenced in with no exit, I was like, okay, maybe that's why. Maybe that's why nobody's on this hike, because there's no way out. There's no way out. Did the birds sound different? Actually, yeah, they did. The birds had some crazy noises. They kind of sounded more like frogs sometimes. They did the normal chirp chirp bird thing, but some birds were like at least I think it was a bird. That's all I can remember, but yeah, it was crazy. Lots of birds and lots of nature noises and lots of fucking bugs. So many bugs. Every single time I went outside, I got like a new version of a bug bite. Bro, I think literally every bug that came in front of me bit me. And I could tell because the bites were different shapes and sizes and they would feel different too. And this only happened to me and one other girl on my trip, and everyone else was kind of okay. They got maybe a few bites. I was getting bit every fucking day! Every fucking day! And here's one snob. My first bites were really, really huge, and they kind of switched whenever we changed hotels to like try seeing a new area. We would switch from like huge bug bites, and then it would be smaller bug bites but like itchier bug bites, and then we moved and it was bites that like burned. Oh my god, there was one day we went to a restaurant and as I was sitting there I felt my foot start to like burn, like it was on fire. And honestly, I kind of thought that I was just imagining it for a while, because I have this problem where sometimes I just like get so anxious that I'll imagine that pain or like things are happening to me and I'll feel like physical pain, you know what I mean? But I was like, okay, give it a sec, Darcie. Am I imagining that my foot is burning in 3 spots? I excused myself to the bathroom and looked at my foot and I was like, okay, no, I got bitten by a bug because it's bumpy here. And then it stopped burning after like maybe 5 minutes, but it was such a weird sensation. I never had a bug bite that like stung like that, you know? I don't think it was really like a bee. I mean, I've had a bee sting that stings, but it was under my foot, so it must have been some sort of floor crawling bug, right? Anyway, it was just so surprising. It was just so shocking. So many bugs, dude. I was putting on bug spray every day. Honestly, by the second week, I was like desensitized to it. Like, bro, just let them eat me. Just let them kill me. It's fine. It's fine. Skeptical Panda, thank you for the YouTube sub. 4 months. Thank you. Certified Spy. Let's go. Membership. Bog. Thank you. My skin is not that splotchy. I don't think it is. I don't know. My skin looks fine. I definitely have a few bug bites still, but they're not crazy. The bug bites got pretty small towards the end of the trip. I was way splotchier like in the beginning when they were huge bug bites, so now they're just kind of like they're just kind of there, and I'm just glad it's over now. I'm glad the pain is over now. Oh my god, I was getting pretty sick of these bugs, but I guess you get used to it. Maybe like my skin was getting more resilient to the bugs too or something. Cause I definitely got bit every single day. It was intense. It was so intense. But yeah, lots of nature and stuff. And then, oh god, you know what was the worst day though? Was like halfway through, we switched over from, I don't know where we were. We wanted to take a plane to the islands to go see the beaches in the Philippines, and god, it was so bad. The travel day was fucking insane. From where we were, we had to leave our Airbnb at like 5 in the morning and then drive 5 hours to an airport that was in Manila. And then from Manila, we had to take an hour plane ride, but the plane was delayed by an hour, so we were just sitting in the plane for another hour before the plane even took off. So after this 5-hour drive, I'm just sitting there. I like fell asleep, woke up after an hour, and I was like, how? Wait, we haven't even took off yet? Excuse me? What do you mean the plane didn't take off yet? What? What the fuck? Oh hey, Fancy Third, welcome. And honestly, the first part of the day wasn't too bad. I get pretty motion sick on long travel days like that, so I took a Dramamine the night before, and I took one in the morning, and I had like my motion patch on. I was fucking suited up, you know? So Dramamine makes me pretty drowsy, so in the first 5-hour drive, I honestly just fell asleep like the whole time, and I kind of just like blinked and it was over, and I was like, oh, sick, oh my god. Darcie wins again. Epic win for Darcie. That was pretty good, but then yeah, the flight happened, and then we arrived on the island. And from the island, this must have been told to me before, but I did not realize this is what we were doing. I kind of just like agreed to the plans, and I was like, okay, whatever, let's do literally whatever, I don't care, let's just go. Because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, you know? But after we landed, we had to take another car on a 6-hour drive up the mountain on very curvy streets, winding streets, back and forth up the winding mountain to the island area. Oh my god. And it was dark at this point, so like it's very pitch black darkness up a windy road for 6 hours. Holy shit. Thank god I took that Dramamine, because otherwise I think my life would have ended. Seriously, it was fucking crazy. It was so crazy. Hi Lily Val, welcome. How are you? I know, oof. Seriously, I visited your country. Oh my gosh, maybe I did. Yeah, the Philippines. Let's go. Maganda umaga. You skipped the flight cutscene by blinking. Yeah, seriously, that is what it felt like. But unfortunately, I was awake for the second half of the day. Holy shit. For the 6-hour drive in the darkness, and we had a new driver for this, and he was fucking crazy. I mean, everyone in the Philippines is like god tier at driving, but seriously, he was like, go speed racer, go, like up the mountain super fast in the night. We couldn't even see in front of us. I was like, is he doing this by memory? How the fuck does he know when to turn so we don't crash? And it started raining again. And at this point, I saw a car crashed on the side of the road in the rain. At the very beginning of the drive, so that happened, and I was like, okay, Darcie, we gotta lock in, this is a meditative state. You don't understand how people travel, too much downtime? Dude, I'm not gonna lie, it was hell. The travel was hell. I was kind of like, wait, who planned this, low-key? I didn't plan the travel day, I just agreed to whatever, which my bad too for letting that happen. But oh shit, we got a raid. Hi Lilyvel raid, welcome. Toilet raid, what the fuck? Toilet raid, welcome shitters, welcome poopers and pissers, what's up, how are you guys? I'm talking about my trip to the Philippines that I was just on for 2 weeks right now, but welcome, I'm Darcie, I'm a super spy. I hope you guys had a very good stream. I'm very tired. I came back yesterday, but these are all the cats that I saw while I was in the Philippines. They're very cute. Not welcome shitters. Excuse her, she's obsessed with toilets. That's so valid. You know, you would love the toilets in the Philippines. They have a special hose to wash your ass with. Welcome, fertile and flexible. Thanks for following. But speaking of toilets real quick, in the Philippines, you can't flush your toilet paper, and you have to use this like detached bidet hose to wipe your ass with, which I actually kind of like that. I love a bidet. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think if you just wipe your ass with toilet paper and do nothing else after you shit, it's pretty gross. But I love like washing it with a bidet. But this one had a hose, which I don't like as much as the bidet, but it's something, you know. Just washing it down with a hose and then you put it away. And you can't flush the toilet paper there because the piping, it'll clog up the piping. And low-key, I did not realize right away that you're not supposed to flush the toilet paper. I realized it a few days in, but I actually, oh my god, this is so embarrassing. I peed in one of the first restaurants we went in. I just peed, guys. I was just pee. And I maybe put in like a few pieces of toilet paper in the toilet and I flushed it and I clogged it. Oh my god, I immediately clogged it. And I was so embarrassed. I went back to my table and I was like, guys, do not go in there. I clogged the toilet. I don't know what to do. And they were like, oh my god, Darcie, did you put toilet paper in? And I was like, what? Yeah, I was not supposed to do that. Fuck, my bad. But you're supposed to take toilet paper, just put it in the trash bin next to the toilet, and then it's all Gucci. But I fucked up. I flooded the toilet. I'm so embarrassed. And also, I was trying to fix it. There was a plunger in the restroom and I started plunging the toilet because I really didn't want to be that guy, you know, that girl. I was like trying to plunge out the whatever I did. And the plunger was so like thin that it just kind of collapsed on itself and became like a folded piece of plastic. So I was so sad. I was struggling in there. I was trying to fix the problem, guys. I was. But it didn't work. So I just kind of awkwardly went back and I was like, damn guys, I fucked up. But anyway, after that incident, I mastered the skill of pissing and getting rid of my teepee properly. I was really good at it. Day one, that one. Hope you had a good holiday. Thank you, Alex. Welcome. You think you're the only person in your state with a bidet? I love a bidet! I only got installed one like in my toilet after I visited Japan a while ago, because that's like what introduced me to the world of bidets, and it's so nice. Oof, I wish I had one of those nice bidets. My friend installed a really nice bidet also after he went to Japan. Bidets changes lives, guys. My friend who also went to Japan installed a bidet at his house that has like a seat warmer and it like plays music and there's like different flow settings for the water that shoots up. Oh my god, it's so nice. When I go to his toilet, I'm like, wow, I just like take a nap here. It's so nice. It's so nice. One of your first sleepovers, you clogged your friend's toilet. No! Bro, I feel like we've all been there. I feel like I've definitely clogged a friend's toilet like during a sleepover as a kid. It's humiliating, yeah. You tried to pretend it didn't happen. No one said anything, but you didn't get invited back. No! That's pretty awkward, dude. I wonder if that's the reason. That's so funny. Honestly, that's hilarious. Kids are so funny if that's the reason they don't talk to you because you clogged their toilet one time. That's brutal, bro. You gotta have water by your side. Bidet, water bucket. Yeah, I love a bidet. Love a bidet. Flushing tissue paper is crazy already. Yeah, it actually... once I came back to like US and I'm flushing toilet paper again, I'm like, damn, am I being wasteful? I'm like, should I really be putting this in the toilet? But it's wild. It's just a different, yeah, toilet usage. I don't even remember what I was talking about before the toilets. I just got so invested in my bidet talk. What was I saying? Oh yeah, this drive. I was on a drive. Longest travel day of my life. 5-hour drive in the morning, 2 hours at the airport, and then another 6-hour driver at the end. Thanks for following, Asma. Welcome, Sneak. 6-hour drive at the end was terrible. So bad. So bad. At this point, I like stopped talking to humans. Honestly, every travel day, I was like, do not speak to me. I was like blacking out, ignoring everyone. Like, the people I went with have a higher tolerance for life and existing. I was fucking fighting for my life. I'm in the front. I'm staring out into a small distant horizon line in the pitch darkness, and I raw dogged that drive, you guys. I was listening to music, but that was all. I wasn't speaking, I wasn't doing anything, I wasn't on my phone, I wasn't listening to a podcast or a show or anything like that. I was just staring ahead of me in nothingness for 6 hours, and that's all. It was just like a meditative state, seriously. That's really all I did, and it was terrible. It was so bad. It was so windy. And then we finally got there, and I was like, fuck you guys, I'm so tired. That sucked so bad. And at this point I was also sick. I had been sick for a few days, like congested. I was like sniffling the whole time. I had a sore throat. Just kind of was like in pain and agony. And hi Kari, thanks for following, Sneak. But yeah, it was so bad. And yeah, and then I just wanted to go to sleep. And yeah, terrible day, honestly. Thinking about it is like giving me PTSD. You a trooper for real? Thank you. The worst part about it is, as we were going through this travel day, all I could think about is, bro, I have to do this again on the way back. We have to do this again a second time. Why am I here? Oh my god. So this is when I started to lose it a little bit. But anyway, we made it. And luckily, my friend who's like Filipina, her uncle lives there. He was on this drive with us, and he was giving us tips. He was like, don't eat any of the ice, don't eat any of the salads, because it might have like bacteria or might not be super safe, which was kind of a bummer for me because I love salad. And I love ice, so I was like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna eat? What am I gonna do? Hi World Class, welcome. Hi. But I really took his advice to heart. I didn't really eat any of the ice and stuff, but the next day we went out to breakfast, and literally like almost every other person in my party ate vegetables. Literally like almost everyone had lettuce on their burger, on their salad, or on their toast in the morning. I was like, guys, did you not hear Tito? Did you not listen to what he was saying yesterday? What's happening? What's happening, guys? Come on now. Come on now. And I didn't eat lettuce the whole time, but everyone else I was with was crazy because they just kept eating the lettuce like every day. So and they didn't get super sick. I think they did get like kind of congested sick like me, but I don't know if they got like food poisoning, really, those guys anyway. Oh, but I was scared. Exposure therapy with the lettuce, I guess so. I just really didn't want to get food poisoning, especially like the knowledge that we'd be driving back 6 hours on the windy road. I was like, if I get food poisoning at this point in my life, I think it's over. I think I dropped dead. So I was really trying to stay on top of it. But it was pretty hard. Like I got smoothies and stuff later, but we just learned to like make sure that it wasn't tap water that they were using for the ice and stuff. And a lot of places they'll use packaged ice, or they'll tell you that it's like drinkable water and stuff, which makes sense. Like they don't want to be drinking that, you know. So a lot of places just like import their ice, or yeah, buy their ice from somewhere else. And then it was okay. And the smoothies were all so yummy. So good. So good. I love like, mango smoothie. The smoothies just have one ingredient there, which is honestly so pog. I'm like, oh my god, my mouth is watering. I want a smoothie so bad. Like we had mango smoothies, avocado smoothies, papaya smoothies. For some reason, papaya smoothies were a bit more rare there. Like we kept trying to order papaya smoothies at different spots, and they would be out of papayas. We're like, why? Why are you out of papayas? Oh, Mom and Cookie Box just rated on YouTube. Thank you. Hello, hello. Welcome, you guys. Hi, Smart Cookies. I hope you had a good stream. Welcome. I'm talking about my Philippines trip right now. I just got back from vacation. But I hope you had a good stream. Smart Cookie Gang, let's go. Let's go. But yeah, they import ice. I mean, I don't think it's from super far away. They might just be importing ice from like Manila or something. This is when I was farther. It's just like a different area of the Philippines where I think the water was like especially toxic. So it's a little more dangerous to drink there. Even like the showers are dangerous, guys. Like it was wild because when I showered and the water hit my eyes would like burn. So crazy. And like it had like a weird smell to it. It was not great. And like if I brushed my teeth, I would be like really nervous using the water because it tasted kind of funny. So I was just like on edge. On edge for a few days. You're here for the kittens? Yes! Aren't they so cute? I love them. Yeah, these are my friends. These are my besties. Check them out. That's how you got pink eye? Oh, dude, maybe. I didn't even think about that, but maybe. Honestly, I think I got pink eye from the plane though, because I didn't really start feeling it until yesterday, and I was like sleeping with my face like in my plane seat, you know what I mean? So I thought that was where I got it, but honestly, the water definitely didn't help. You took a trip and landed on your ass. Good one, good one. Good one. But yeah, anyways, after all of that crazy travel days, crazy hours of travels, the beach town was actually really nice. It was very chill. It was in El Nido, and it was like super clear water. Actually, the weather was so nice. Once we got to the beach, it miraculously like stopped raining. Every day before that, it was like foggy and raining and lightning all the time. But once we got to the beach, it was like, all right, Darcie, I guess I'll give you good weather. And it cleared up, and it was so beautiful and nice and lovely and super sunny. No way, someone just asked what my friends' names are. You think I'm gonna dox my friends? Their names are Eiko, Biko, Siko, and Diko, okay? But yeah, the beach was super nice, and it's just, the water was great. I honestly like needed that beach so bad because at this point I was like losing it. I was losing my mind after all the travel, and extended periods away from home are just like a little mentally taxing. And extended periods of social interaction are a little taxing for me, especially like I feel like I was maybe the only introvert on this trip. I was with a bunch of extroverts, you guys, which I'm not usually around for 2 weeks straight, so they really had the energy to keep going every day, like, oh, let's do this and this and this and this and yap, talk, and they would be like, oh, after we go home for dinner, after we've been hanging out all day, let's also hang out in the hotel room all night and let's like play Mario Party and stuff. And I was like, actually, I think I gotta go to sleep. I think I gotta lock myself in an isolated room and like chill for a moment, because you guys have the stamina of a monster. Like I can't keep up. I just can't keep up, seriously. Oh wait, you're talking about my cats. Oh, my cats' names? Oh, my cat friends. I see. In that case, I will dox my cat friends' names. Yes, you see, their names here are Nyanko, Nyanners, Nyanny Po, Nyanny Poo Poo, Meowza, Whiskers, Socks, you know, etc. Hi, Australian, welcome. Was the sand consistency unique? Oh my god, yes, it was so soft. It was so soft. It felt like kinetic sand. like magnetic soft sand that you buy in a store. It did not feel real. It was actually like crazy how soft it was. And I guess that's what happens when you take fucking what was that, like 30 hours to get to this beach. Travel wise, it's like kind of untouched, which I guess was worth it. It was really nice. It was nice. I'm just a little traumatized by the travel, but the beach was super nice. Yeah, kitties. One of those cats doesn't look like the others. Yeah, I love kitties, you know. Dogs can be cats sometimes, right? But yeah, this guy here is a puppy. It was interesting. There were a lot of cats in the city, but once I flew out to like the islands, it was mostly dogs, like less cats and a lot of stray dogs instead. But yeah, it's interesting they like switched. But I kind of only took pictures of the cats, and then by the time that I got to the dogs, I was so tired. I just like stopped taking pictures. I like lost all my gusto. So I have like one dog pic. Here he is. Represent. Woof woof. Yeah, I said Neaners. Yeah, and Neaners is a very common cat name. came to mind. Yeah, I don't know. What was I saying? Yeah, the beach was great. Yeah, it really like revitalized me because I thought I was I was so tired, you guys. But yeah, it was super nice. We what else did we do? Wait, what? Oh, okay. I was looking at my notes. And the note says walking hands on rocks for so long. Dog on beach with cock out. And I was like, what? But I do remember this. We went to a few beaches, or like a few different spots to hang out by the beach, and the first few were nice. There was one beach we went to that was very shallow, and it had a lot of rocks in the shore and walking out, so you had to kind of like crawl on your knees and like float past all of the rocks to get to the middle. But I wrote dog with cock out because there was a stray dog there that, oh my god, he had his cock out. And Loki, I didn't know that dogs had cocks. It was so scary. It was like, is this bright red cylinder coming out of this dog? Sorry for the visual, but I think I've only seen neutered dogs in my life, so I was like, oh my god, is that dog okay? Like, what's happening to him? What's happening to him? And I just didn't realize that the dog cock can like protrude and go back into its body like that. Anyway, did you guys know that it was like bright red? I feel like I saw something that I shouldn't have. You learn something new every day. That was terrifying, and I really didn't like that. So anyways, next day took more Dramamine. I hate taking Dramamine, guys. It makes me so tired. You know, a woman that referred to it as dog lipstick. Ew, that's the worst thing I've ever heard. I'm gonna pretend I didn't read that. But anyway, the water was really nice. It helped calm my senses a little bit, but we were like eating more Filipino food. Got adobo for the first time. It's really funny. My friend ordered an adobo one day, and it was peanut adobo, right? Which sounds like it would be adobo with peanuts. But actually, the waitress eventually just brought out like a plate of nuts. And we thought that she had just brought us like a free appetizer or something. We were like, oh yay, nom, 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 nom. And we all ate them. And then eventually my friend was like, excuse me ma'am, I ordered the peanut adobo. And she was like, oh, that was the tray of peanuts we brought out earlier. And she just forgot to order an entree because she didn't realize that she had just ordered like a small plate of peanuts. Which was pretty sad, but I mean, they were good peanuts. Really confusing though. I also would have thought that that just meant adobo. And adobo, if you haven't had it, it's like chicken, or I think it can be pork in a really yummy thick like broth with like herbs and stuff. But that just like with peanuts in it sounds more correct than adobo flavored peanuts. It's really confusing, but anyway. That was a bummer. And like all my friends were drinking. I didn't really drink that much during this trip, honestly. I was like stone cold sober kind of, because like I was taking so much Dramamine that I didn't want to like drink alcohol at the same time, you know, because I have had a little alcohol before taking Dramamine, and it gives me this like face rash. So I didn't really want a face rash, so I was just avoiding alcohol for like the whole trip. But that also made me so tired, like watching everyone party every day while I was just sitting there like straight face, like yep, sorry guys. Sorry guys, I'm just gonna sit here. Real draining, so tiring. But I did finally get one drink on like one of the last days. I got a Bloody Mary at like 10 a.m. And it was so yummy. It was like my only drink the whole trip. I love a Bloody Mary so much. They're kind of my favorite drink. That and like a michelada. I just love tomatoes, you guys. Savory tomato drinks. Kind of just tastes like drinking marinara sauce. It's a little spicy. Yum, 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 yum. So good. Adobo's a spice or a method of cooking? I actually don't really know. I just like know what it tastes like, but I think it's, yeah, the sauce. I'm googling it. Adobo can refer to the sauce, seasoning, or style of cooking. Okay, so I guess it means all of those. It's really yummy. If you haven't had it, I recommend. It's like so delicious. Darcie is always slightly sick. Yeah, what's that about, dude? What is that about? So many trials. So many turbulations, bro. But I at least didn't get crazy food poisoning, which is nice. I felt so bad. There was one guy on our trip who got the worst food poisoning ever on the last day that we were traveling back on the 5-6 hour drive through the windy roads. He like had a barf bag in the back of the van. Oh my god, fighting for his life. He looked so pale, and then once we got to the airport, he was just like going back and forth to the restroom every like 10 minutes. Oh my god. I felt so bad for him. And I was like, hey man, you want some activated charcoal? And he said no, because that's crazy. But he took my Tums and some like whatever, and literally anything that anyone had to offer that might help him. But he was pretty sick, and it must have been food poisoning. This guy, he was like being very adventurous on the trip. Like anything that was in his line of sight, he was eating. And anything that anyone else ordered, he would try. Or like if someone got full and couldn't finish their meal, he was finishing the meal. So I feel like he was just exposed to a lot of different food at once, and that increased his chance for food poisoning significantly. He like maxed on Filipino food hardcore, so I like kind of makes sense, but I felt so bad for him. He did not look so good. He did not look so good. Floating around in the current and waves mildly inebriated is paradise. Yes! Oh my god, it was so nice that last day at the beach though. Yeah. When I wasn't sick, no one was sick, and we're just at the beach floating, it like healed me. Seriously, it healed me. Ah, so fun. We also did like a boat tour thing, which was really cool because there's lots of small little spots on the islands. So we went to like a lagoon, and then we went snorkeling, which was a little scary, but but we made it. I just wore my life jacket, and I struggled through the snorkeling bit. It's so hard to snorkel. I don't know if you guys have done it before. I've only really snorkeled a few times in my life, but my snorkel was a little fucked up. Like I think it might have just fit really weird. I had it on the tightest setting, but it was still leaking into my eyeballs all the time. So as I was trying to breathe and coordinate myself snorkeling through the tube, and I would have to like blow all the air out of my eyeball goggles at the same time, and it was honestly just like so disorienting. It's a difficult sport, man, but we made it. It's all good. It's all good. I just like, yeah, powered through it somehow, and it was actually really beautiful. I saw like lots of fish, and we saw like starfish, some jellyfish. I also feel like I got stung by jellyfish. One of my friends like actually got stung with a huge welt, but besides that, I think there were tiny little baby jellyfish or sea lice or something like that that was stinging everyone repeatedly, because it would feel so weird, like just little zaps all the time on my body. I'd be like snorkeling and I'd just suddenly feel this like sharp little prick in my arm or my leg or something, and I'd be like, what? And again, I kind of thought I was hallucinating, because sometimes I just imagine that I'm in pain, but no, it was real. It was like every time I went in the water. So I was like, okay, I can't be hallucinating this. It's every time I go in the water, I'm getting these little like zaps, and it honestly was like pretty painful. It didn't last, but it was so weird. So weirdly painful. And it was like throughout this whole boat tour, every time I went in the water, I was like getting more bites or stings from these water bugs. Just every bug wanted to eat me, bro. Every bug wanted to kill me. And I kind of just accepted it, but it was so weird. It was so weird. Someone told you individual jelly stingers can be broken off and still sting. I believe that. I do believe that. Yeah, they did warn us about jellyfish in the water, but it's just odd that I didn't really see any. Like I had the snorkel on, I was looking around, like I didn't want to touch a jellyfish. But I was still getting all these little stings. It was crazy. By the end of the day, I was low-key so tired of it, like it was crazy. It was so, they were stinging me like progressively and progressively more throughout the whole boat day. And I was just like covered in them. But it didn't leave a mark for very long. Super weird. Do you like pina coladas? Honestly, not my favorite. I think I'm just not a big fan of pineapples, to be honest. Like, they're yummy, but it's just not my favorite fruit. Yeah, so not really. I like Bloody Marys. Bloody Marys are my favorite. The savory tomato bevy of choice. So good. You got jellyfished once when you were young? Yeah, I think if you actually like full on get stung, it does hurt a bit more. I don't know what was happening to me, dude. It was like jelly bugs. I don't know. Pretty crazy. But yeah, more Filipino food on the boat. That was nice because they like fed us too. It was a whole day of things, just like different pretty sights. Yummy like lumpias and stuff. And then yeah, the kayak was that day. So lots of water activities. And I've never been kayaking before, so that was pretty fun. It was funny, they split us up into groups of 2 or 3. And I was in a group of 2, but they only gave us like 1 paddle. Because they ran out of paddles. Usually every single person rowing gets a paddle, but I didn't have to do it. So I was like, okay, guess I'll just freaking chill. I guess I'll just chill out while you paddle the whole time. But I did take it. We did like, my partner like paddled part of the way, and then I took it, paddled part of the way, which was kind of nice. It was pretty fun. I like that. I did like that. It was just only a little scary because our boat guide was like, okay, you cannot swim in this water when you're kayaking, because if you fall, the water is filled with sea urchins and you will get poked and it will hurt a lot. So there was always like the looming dread in the back of my head that I would like fall off the boat and die. There's always a dark side to every fun activity, you guys. I've realized. It's like, sure, yes, you can have fun in the ocean. However, there will be zillions of terrifying creatures that could hurt you at any moment. It could happen at any moment, but it'll be really pretty. But no, it wasn't rapids. I honestly don't think that I would do the rapid kayaking. That shit kind of freaks me out because you can flip over really easily. This was like very still water, like in between two big mountains, you know? So it was like a valley of just still river water, but it was very, very nice. I liked it that way, very chill. We just had to push ourselves with the paddle. Did you ever watch Deliverance? No, I have not. But, oh, we did watch this documentary while I was there. It was about freediving. I think it was just called Freediver. Was it? Trying to see. Was it just called Freediver? Perhaps? It was about like this lady, this woman who was trying to beat the world record freediving length of diving down into the ocean like 100 meters. And I'm trying to see if I can find what it's called. Wait, hold on. Freediver documentary. It was on Netflix. Was it this one? The deepest breath, maybe? This. Oh yeah, okay, I think it was The Deepest Breath? Yes, with Alicia. And, oh god, it was honestly a pretty good documentary, you guys. It was actually like a love story somehow. I didn't expect it to be. But it's freediving. I would never do this shit, okay? But freediving is basically when you release like all of your breath and you just let yourself sink down into the bottom of the ocean. And you're trying to see how far you can dive down and come back up in one single breath. And the record that was in this documentary was like 4 minutes or something, or it's like fucking crazy. One breath and you're going down 100 meters into the water is what the world record was at the time. Now it's like higher, but it was crazy because as you go down, your lungs compress and the water is like pressing on all sides of you, and you have to use force to like push yourself back up from the bottom. You don't have any air in your body, so you're like resisting the flow of the water, and there's no one else there to help you. You're like completely alone, and you run out of air like often towards the top, so there's a safety team near the surface of the water that has to be there in case you fucking pass out in the last like 30 seconds or something, because it's actually super common. People will pass out, run out of air, and the safety divers have to go in and like hold their throat in such a way that they don't inhale water, right? And like choke. So they have to do that, and then they have to revive them, CPR immediately, because like your brain's turning off, and if your brain's turning off for long enough, you know, you get brain damage pretty quickly. Like within a few minutes you get like brain damage. So it's a pretty serious documentary, but it was very, very, very interesting. I was low-key like why the fuck would you ever do this? It's so scary. But the more I watched it, I was like, damn, some people just have a passion for these things, I guess, and I can't argue with that. Can't argue with the passion, I guess. Like it's just crazy how much these people love fucking launching themselves into the depths of the ocean and like reaching near death. And it's crazy because it can really affect your lungs. Like some people would have these like lung contractions or something where they start bleeding in their lungs, and they can't hold their breath that long. It's just like, it's crazy, like the injuries that you can get from it and the brain damage. It's a very, very dangerous sport, and like people die, of course, because you're going 100 fucking meters into the ocean with no one else around you. So very tense, but very, very cool to watch, like the how people train for it, and like where people will go and to navigate through treacherous waters. It's wild. It's wild. Could not be me. Definitely could not be me. I like cannot go in the ocean without a life vest, you guys. Especially, you know, we watched that documentary before we went snorkeling or anything. So I had all that on my mind when we were snorkeling, like, okay, the ocean. The ocean's kind of a scary place, low-key. But I've always been a little scared of the ocean. Cause I never like swam in it or anything. I'm still learning. But anyway, Deliverance, you were saying, is a survival horror movie. These guys get stranded and banged up against a mountain kayaking. That's so scary. That's so scary. Yeah, I would never really go like kayaking, river, water raging either. Whitewater rafting. That seems so scary to me. I did not do any diving. No, I don't know how. I don't know how. My level of swimming is like, I can go under the water. I mean, I can swim, but I can go under the water like 4 seconds at a time. You know what I mean? I just barely figured out the freestyle stroke and my backstroke I can do. And I go swimming pretty often, but in like a 4-foot pool. I try to go swimming like almost every week, but I go in a 4-foot pool. And it's really fun, but I'm not great at holding my breath. It's my weakness. I'm trying to get better though. I'm trying to get better. It's the wild waters out there. The whole sport is just hold my beer, taking it to an unhealthy extreme. It's crazy, dude. Wild, so wild. But anyway, yeah, there's something for everybody. Crazy passions out there. Could not be me. Oh, Fumi, hi! Wait, oh, did we get a raid again? Ah! Oh, hi, Fumi, cat invasion! Welcome, welcome! We got YouTube raid. How's stream? Stream is good. I'm talking about my Philippines trip. Well, actually, I just like tangented to a documentary I was watching, but welcome, Raiders. I'm Darcie Ruse. I'm a super spy in training, and these are all the cats that I saw while I was in the Philippines. But I hope you had a good stream. What were you guys up to? We're just yapping. Honestly, I covered a lot of the Philippine stuff already, but now I'm just talking about the beaches, and the beaches were super nice. What else happened? Okay, so at the beach, the beach is fun though because it's easier to swim in the water. Like it's saltier, higher salt content, which makes you easier to float. So that was pretty nice. Like it made it less scary. Especially in still waters where there's no waves or anything, the swimming was a lot easier. And I brought my goggles. I was the only one who brought my goggles, so I looked like a little nerdy, but I was the only one using my goggles on the beach day. And honestly, the goggles were easier to use than the snorkel, I think. For some reason. Was that a new arm? Oh, this one? No, this is my arm. I've had this toggle. I just always forget to use it, but I like it a lot. It's really good. You're playing Genshin? Nice, Pog! Welcome, welcome. It's you, a Filipino cat. Oh my god, tag yourself. Yeah. I think my favorite, I think one of the cute, okay, they're all really cute, but a really cute one is down here at the bottom, this black cat that has a little bandage on his arm. His poor baby. It was like a shopkeeper bandaged up his arm for him. Oh. I love cats. But yeah, I brought my goggles to the ocean, and I think they're easier than snorkeling because snorkeling, you're thinking about 50 different things at a time, right? Like breathing through the tube, spitting out my nose, making sure my mask doesn't fog up, blah blah blah, not going too far or else my tube fills with water. And whereas goggles, you can just kind of swim normally and you know what's happening. Like you're just breathing, right? Breathing and putting your face under water for a little bit. So low-key, that was like a lot easier for me than snorkeling, and it was great because the water was so still. It's so nice. But it's funny because like when I had my goggles at the last beach that we were at, I realized the floor was full of sea cucumbers like everywhere. So honestly, everyone walking into the water would once in a while just feel something like slimy if you weren't paying attention. It's really hard to see under the water, right? Especially if you're not looking with goggles. So you had to like very gently, tenderly feel around and make sure you weren't gonna step on a sea cucumber all the time. But it was better with the goggles because then I could like check first. So anyway, yeah, it's funny. Also, have you guys ever kissed a sea cucumber? Because that's like a myth, right? If you kiss a sea cucumber, it's like 7 years good luck or something like that. I remember they told us that in like elementary school. We went out on a field trip and they brought up a sea cucumber from the ocean and they just had us all kiss this sea cucumber, which is it's pretty gross, honestly. I did do it. Okay, I didn't do it on this trip. I've never done it again. Only once when I was a kid on this field trip I did it because it was like the thing to do, you know? Like everyone was doing it, but I remember being kind of scared. But no, I've never touched a sea cucumber again. They're kind of gross. They're kind of gross. Hard to see cucumbers. Exactly, bro. Exactly. Exactly. How about sea urchins? I have not kissed a sea urchin, no. But I have eaten sea urchin in like sushi. Once in a while, like Japanese restaurants will sell sea urchin on sushi on rice. And it's pretty good. It's okay. It's not like my favorite thing. I've only had it a couple times. A sea cucumber pee-peed on you? What? How did you know? Cause like they're already so slimy and wet. Like how did you know it was pissing? Oh god. Do they have penises? If sea cucumbers have penises, it's so over, guys. Why does every animal have a penis? That's so gross. That's so yucky. I'm traumatized. First dogs have penises and now this. I can't think about it. Animals are just they're like babies, okay? I can't think about this. Yucky. But anyway. Sea life is cool. The water's cool. Animals are cool. Lots of cats. The cats had huge balls too, which is wild. Water shot from it. That's crazy. That's so gross. At least you could wash it off really easily, right? Probably because you're already in the ocean, I think. That's why you have to adopt bacteria as pets. Yeah, that's true, that's true. Maybe, yeah, next level, get like a microscope, adopt some bacteria. It's probably everywhere. It is everywhere. Yeah, I really just wanted to adopt every single cat in the world and every single dog, to be honest. It was like pretty depressing. But I also really wanted to go to a cat cafe because they have those there. And no one else wanted to go with me because there's literally cats everywhere. The world is kind of a cat cafe, which makes sense. But I just like cat cafes, man. I just kind of wanted to go. I was like, sure, there's cats outside, but we could also have cats inside. We could also have more cats. But that idea was sadly vetoed. Yeah, cat cafes are nice. I know. I don't really have them where I live, but like, I've been to them in Japan and stuff, and they're so cute. I love cat cafes. They're so adorable. I love kitties. I just love cat maxing. Look at me now. Look at me now. I made my own cat cafe. Look at me now! Someday I'll turn the spy cave into a cat cafe cave. That'll be nice. All the kitties. You know, two kinds of cat cafes that have a lot of cats, or cafes that have a lot of cat girls. Where the fuck is a cat girl cafe? Wait, I gotta be there too. I'm equally interested in both, if I'm being honest. Also, are they hiring? Do they have an opening? I would be a cat girl for money. Why not? Why not? That's like my dream. That's my dream. Either working at a cat cafe or working as a cat girl in a cat cafe, or working as a cat girl in a cat cafe. Where I'm a cat girl, but also I'm surrounded by cats. That's maybe like the ultimate dream. Someone make this. Someone make this, please, and then hire me, please. Please? I'm eligible, please. I'm available. I'm available for hire at a cat girl cafe. Yeah, or working as a cat in a girl cat cafe. Yeah, you think I could pass? Oh, there's one in Vietnam. Oh, that's fun. I do want to go to Vietnam. I've heard there's a lot of very pretty like nature spots there too, or like the motorcycle tours are really pretty. I gotta take a break from long trips though. I'm so tired. But yeah, I definitely consider going to Vietnam someday in like a few years after a long few-year nap. You came in with Fumi. Welcome, Lucky Luck. Welcome. Yeah, cats are so good. And dogs are so good. I just love all animals. Except jellyfish. Fuck those jellyfish. They stung me so bad. They upset me. But yeah, anyway, so that was really nice. Oh, there was also this really funny kid at the beach. Last day, towards the end of the beach day, when we were on this island, there was this little girl that just materialized out of nowhere. And she starts swimming towards my group like super enthusiastically, and she opens with, "My mom told me not to talk to strangers." and then she's like, "But I want to play tag." And literally she's so fucking cute. She's like starts chasing us around, and she has this like crazy maniacal laughter. She starts tagging us and she's like, "Gotcha." She's like, and then she starts running away. She's like, "You gotta get me." It's like so funny. She just runs to like all of us one by one, like tagging us and chasing us and giggling. It's literally like magical. I low-key, I was like a little starstruck. I was like, is this girl real? Like, is this really happening right now? And then she started role-playing as like Ariel from The Little Mermaid, because she's wearing like a purple swimsuit. She was like, who am I from Ariel? Like, I can't be Ariel anymore because I'm purple. Who should I be? Who are you? And I was like, oh god. I was wearing a red swimsuit at the time, so I was like, oh, I'm Sebastian. I'm the lobster. And then it's like my friend was also wearing red, so I was like, oh god, it's Sebastian's sister. We're both Sebastian. I like couldn't think of any other names, to be honest. It's low-key like being pop quiz from nowhere. She was pointing at everyone like, who are you? And 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 I was like, oh my god, we're going through the whole cast right now. And then she came up to me and she was like, who am I? Who am I? Who am I? And I kind of panicked, to be honest. I was like, you're Ariel. But she didn't want to be Ariel because her swimsuit's purple. And I was like, holy shit, who from Ariel is purple except for like Ursula, right? I didn't want to tell her she's Ursula. She's like this cute little fairy princess girl that materialized from thin air. I don't want to be like, you're the evil witch Ursula. So I was just like, you're another mermaid. Yeah, you're like Ariel's sister or something. I was just like pulling shit out of my ass. But she was so cute, you guys. And we learned her name was Maya. She was just like so full of life. It honestly was like crazy. And she could not touch the floor at all, so she's swimming this whole time. Like free swimming, and every time she reaches a person, she like lashes onto us. And it's so funny when she comes up to me where she's like babbling or whatever, like and then when she leaves me to go to the next person, she like kicks really hard off my body to propel herself to the next person. Which is so funny, like what? I wish I had that much joy and like free spiritedness like once in my life. Like she seemed maybe 5 or 7 years old, perhaps. She was a tiny little girl, and when I was young, like 5 years old, bro, if I talked to a stranger, I would cry. I would seriously like break into tears. I was so shy. That could have been you. That could not be me. I mean, yeah, it could be me now, I guess, if I just went up and started maniacally laughing to people. But no, dude, I was the most introverted kid ever. I would literally cry if someone looked at me. I also would cry if I was in water. I just hated water so much. I was like, I mean, like, if it was shallow, it was okay, but deep water, I would freak the fuck out. Hide behind my mommy, you know? So this girl was like another breed to me. Some kids, yeah, they have so much bravery, so much spirit. I like, what? I don't get it. Like, what? What? That sounds like something from a horror movie. Honestly, yeah, the kid emerging from the water, like laughing maniacally. You were crazy as a kid too. That's so fun. Oh my god. I'm like honestly so jealous of you guys if you were able to be that like energetic and like cheerful as a kid. I mean, I think I was more like that once I got to know people, but I was so shy around strangers, bro. There's no way I could have been like that. It's crazy. It's so impressive. She's a god for real. Yeah, I came with pre-installed anxiety too. Exactly. What the fuck? I was born scared, bro. You were really sweet as a kid, but really prickly. Oh, what does that mean? Yeah, you were crazy shy too, Mads. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I would hide behind my mom. I would cry if like my grandpa like held me, you know? I'd be like, God, who the fuck is this man? I just all I know is my mom. And like if like a boy talked to me, like literally any other kid talked to me, I'd be like, oh, who are you? Who are you? Cooties, ew, scary. I was so frightened all the time. Why would you go to the natural wilderness in Vietnam instead of the restaurants? Instead of restaurants? Oh, I guess so. I don't know. I've never been, so maybe both. Food's probably good too, though. Yeah, I mean, I would definitely be eating. Anywhere I go, I mostly care about the food, to be honest. Yeah. I mostly care about food in foreign places because it's so yummy. It's so yummy. So yummy. But honestly, I think my favorite meal from the Philippines, which is kind of lame, but it was probably a salad. Okay, I liked all the Filipino food, you guys, don't get me wrong, but there was one day that we went to like a vegetarian restaurant in actually I don't know where we were. We're somewhere at this vegetarian restaurant in the city, and it was so yummy. They had a salad that was like pesto, potatoes, celery, I don't even know what else was in it. It was just like this pesto flavored salad, and literally you guys, like I tasted it and like the color returned to my eyes. I like awoke. I was like having an out of body experience. It was so good. Holy shit. It was so good. And then I also had this chili there that was like the yummiest chili I've ever had in my life. Oh, it was so good. Take me back, bro. I wish I ate at that restaurant every single day. It was so yummy. And I maybe it's just because like I only had like one salad the entire time I was in the Philippines, but it just tasted so good. I was like, wow, my soul was healed. My soul is so healed. I took a picture of the menu too, so I can like try to recreate it somewhat at home, but I don't think I can. It was so yummy. How big is your belly? My stomach? Oh my god, honestly, I think I gained some vacation weight for sure. I was like, I'm really eating so much. Usually, dude, I just have like a granola bar or like a banana for breakfast, you know, and then I wait until like 1 p.m. and I'll have like I don't know, like a small lunch. But dude, I was freaking gorging myself because we kept going to restaurants, and at a restaurant you have to order a huge meal, right? So I was like, okay, I'm gonna eat it, it's delicious. I was eating so much. And then there's snacks. I wanted to eat snacks because there's like fun Filipino desserts and stuff everywhere, and smoothies. I have to have like 3 smoothies a day because they're so good. So yeah, I definitely gorged myself a little bit. Yep, the belly is full. The belly's full. You can only do that for so long though. Like towards the end of the trip I was like, okay, I think I'm gonna eat a little less now. I think I want to start taking it easy. And now I'm like now I'm chill again. I'm like detoxing now. I always do that after a trip too. I come back and I'm like, okay, kombucha, salad. let's clean out the system a little bit. My shits are still bad, so I'm trying to normalize myself, give myself some fiber, you know. All of that. But it's good. It's good. You'd watch a battle royale survival show where they drop contestants off in wildernesses around the world. Oh, you know, there's a show called Alone, which, okay, it's not like it waits until people die, but the concept of Alone is these people are dropped off in different places in like the Arctic. You would like this. They're in like the Arctic and they have to fend for themselves and feed themselves, and it's like they basically are in the wilderness. They have to catch fish in like places where it's really, really fucking hard to catch fish because the ice is frozen like 7 feet down, you know, and then they'll have to try and catch meat themselves. The best season I think is season 7. I'm googling it. Was it? No, wait. Season 3? No, season, hold on. I'm trying to find my favorite guy. Who the fuck was this? Alone season 6. Season 6 is the one that I liked. It was so good. Oh my god, I should watch more Alone. Season 6, the winner. Oh my god, he's cracked. The winner's so fucking cracked. You should watch season 6 of Alone. But that's basically the premise, and it's like people will pull out when they start getting infections or like starving to death. They'll call a helicopter to come and take them out. But it's pretty cool. That's also something I would never ever do. Oh my god. The wilderness alone is so scary, but it's fun to watch other people who like it do it. You know what I mean? That's cool. Good for them. Good for them. But yeah, anyway, that's like pretty much all the fun things I did on my trip. And then afterwards, we just had to go all the way back home, and that took me 2 days. Hi Sheriff Pumpkin, welcome. But yeah, god, we had to I took my fucking Dramamine and I put on 2 motion sickness patches again for this day because it sucked ass. We had to wake up day 13, do the 5-hour drive back through the windy roads in the daytime this time, so at least we could see. But it's like after a long trip, like the more I travel, the easier I become motion sick. So I was just like I was just feeling worse and worse every day, honestly. And this is when one of the guys on our trip got terrible food poisoning, so he was like throwing up in the car the whole time. It was not good. It was not good. And I was also kind of raw dogging this, no podcast, no whatever, just like straight staring ahead of me, just like contemplating life the whole time. And it was great. It was awesome. Yeah. And then we got back and we had to drive to a new hotel. Thankfully, we didn't like take a plane all the way home that day. We did take a plane back to like Manila because you have to. So it was like 5-hour drive and then 2 hours at the airport, whatever, hour air flight. And then we got there and we just went to a hotel and like fucking died. I'm like so tired at this point. I'm like motion sick just from being in like an Uber. I can't do anything. So I just like die. And then next day, which was yesterday, I just had my flight back home, which was 14 hours. Oh my god, it was 14 hours and it sucked. Well, actually, it might have been a little short. It might have been like 12 hours. I don't know. It was like, yeah, very long. It felt worse coming back than going there. I think because I just had been out for so many days traveling, and like the day before that, I had the curvy roads. I was just not in a good state. So we had this 14-hour flight back. Kind of sucked, but we made it. I watched some spy movies on the plane, actually. I love watching movies on the plane. I've been like reading so much fan fiction throughout the trip that I was kind of tired of fan fiction by this time. Literally so much. I was reading it every night as like escapism from all my friends, so I could like isolate myself and read fan fiction every night. So I got through like maybe 7 to 10 complete fan fictions in this trip. This is crazy. I'm just coping. But yeah, I was kind of done with that, so I watched some movies. I watched 2 spy movies. I watched The Man from U.N.C.L.E. Has anyone seen that? It's actually so fun. Oh my gosh, it's like these two spies from like different countries who hate each other. They're like trying to kill each other for a while, but then they have to band together and work together for the ultimate mission. And they have to save this girl. Oh my god, it's so funny. It's like super, super cheesy. But there's like lots of silly tricks, and it's a very stereotypical spy, which I like. It's like the handsome, chiseled spy man with like he's super American. He has like his waxed hair and the perfect smile and comeback for every situation, you know? He's about to crash his car or like something like that. He's like, well, I guess it's time to get going. And he'll like turn left perfectly and like jump into a window and like whatever, spin into a spot that kills the enemy perfectly. And he's like, well, he got some dust on my jacket. Just like stupid shit, you know? But that's what being a spy is all about. It was really educational. It was really informative, and I loved it. It was so silly, and I really liked the bickering between the two spies in that movie. It's so dumb. It's like they're just trying to see who has the better spy tools, right? Because they think that they're the better spy. One guy will be like plier clipping through a gate, and the other guy will be like, nice try, American. And he pulls out a laser and he's like he's like, get good, you know? It's just so cheesy, but honestly, yeah, pretty entertaining, and there's a fun twist at the end. Yeah, I recommend it. Hi Xenix, welcome. Doing good, how are you? But so that was like a fun movie, and then afterwards I realized there's another spy movie on the plane called Wolves, just Wolves, and it's the same fucking plot. It's the exact same plot. It's two spies who hate each other but have to work together. What? I was like, how are there two of the same movie right now? But Wolves was also pretty funny, but it was a little like more intense drama, I guess. The Man from U.N.C.L.E. is more silly, lighthearted, like stunts and stuff. You're like, oh my god, this scene's like so silly and funny and actiony. But Wolves is more like you're a little concerned. It's still like funny secret agent type shit, and there's still bickering between the two spies, which is cool, but it's more like, oh god, the drug lords have this huge scheme, and is this kid gonna live? It's like a little more serious, but I like that one too. But I just wanted to like watch them both and compare and contrast, you know, because they're the same plot, which is fucking crazy. And it's also coincidentally the same plot as a yaoi manga that I really like. It's just the best plot, guys. I love a trope. But there's this one yaoi manga I really like where it's two spies who have to work together. Or honestly, the one that I like is more like it's a spy who thinks he's working with his comrade, but he's actually working with the enemy spy. Anyway, all spy stories are just good. So should I open up my applications for like rival spies sometime? I'm thinking. I think that'd be good. Rival spy for Darcie. I'm just, you know, kind of the best spy master out there right now, so maybe someday I'll be yaoi too. Yep. Why does it always come back to yaoi? Everything comes back to yaoi. It's the center, it's at my core of existence, so it makes sense to me. It balances me. It brings me to equilibrium. Nice, doing good, Xenix. You're asking a girl on a date this weekend, Pog? Oh my god, good luck. Go get him, Tiger. You should ask her to be your rival spy. That'll probably work. That'll probably work. Yeah, I think I want to watch more spy movies. They're so fun. They're the best, of course. They're so silly, so goofy. So that really carried me through the 14-hour flight. Got me through the agony. It was pretty rough though, honestly, still. I like barely slept. It's hard because there's like pretty big time difference. There's like a 14-hour time difference from the Philippines to where I live. So I came back and it was like 9 a.m. when I arrived yesterday, but in reality, I felt like it was like, I don't know, 4 a.m. So it's a little disorienting. I've definitely been napping. I've been in between napping and being awake for the past 2 days, like all day today before this stream. I've just kind of been like asleep and then dazed, and I'm just jet lagged, you guys. I'm so jet lagged. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. But streaming kind of helped. I feel like streaming gets your energy up, right? Because I'm yapping so much. But after this, I can tell I'm just gonna like fall asleep again. I'm just gonna go straight back to bed. Oof, that's gonna be so nice. I'm thinking about watching a movie tonight. All these in-flight movies really has got me like on a chill mindset. I just wanna watch movie and chill. No thoughts, jet lag and chill. And I'm kind of hungry. So I gotta have dinner, but yeah, anyway, super fun. Lots of things. I also watched Encanto on the plane. I've seen it before, but I just watched it again because I had 14 fucking hours. And then I also watched... Did I watch another movie? I feel like I did. Did I? I don't remember. Oh, I watched Devil Wears Prada for the first time. I can't believe I've never watched that before. The Devil Wears Prada is so fun. It's like it's the fashionista story where this girl in the big city joins a company in the big city for a super high profile fashion magazine under the best, biggest, baddest, meanest boss. And she's like best in fashion, but this main character, who's the actress? Anne Hathaway. She's like kind of, I don't want to say she's ugly because she's literally beautiful, but she's supposed to be like dressed kind of terrible is the premise. Like she doesn't look good, but low-key she's like beautiful. There was a bit of a disconnect because in the movie they're like calling her fat and ugly and stuff, and I'm like, bro, she's literally the most beautiful girl that I've ever seen. But okay. I'll imagine for the sake of fantasy that Anne Hathaway is not the most beautiful girl ever. But no, I haven't seen Ugly Betty. I've heard that it's a similar story though, right? Like yeah, like Devil Wears Prada. Hi Noob Master, welcome. But it's so good, it's so fun. And then it's like she's just working under this super mean boss, and she slowly becomes like hotter and gets really good at her job. And yeah, that's like it. What the fuck? Oh, sorry, my cat just started playing with a toy. It really caught me off guard. I have one of those flapping fish toys and it's under the bed, and it just sounds like someone's like knocking on the floor under the bed, so that really scared me. I was like, hello? Hello? Monster? But anyway, Devil Wears Prada is really good. That's a very nice, like, feel-good movie. Oh, I just remembered I did watch another movie. There's so much time on this flight, you guys. I watched this Thai movie called How to Make Millions Before Grandma Dies. And that was actually a really good movie. I liked it a lot. It's Thai. It's like this kid, he's a streamer actually. It's like this streamer with no job and no life and only like 4 viewers. And he's like, doesn't really care about his family and stuff. And he learns that like his cousin was a caretaker for her grandpa or something, and when he died he like gave his house to her. So this main character is like, all right, if I want to make money quick, I gotta take care of my dying grandma before she goes, so I can like have her house and all her money and stuff when she dies. So he just shows up at his grandma's house and starts taking care of her. But it's like really sweet, you guys. It goes from like this bratty kid to like him caring about her, and he realizes like everyone kind of just uses his grandma for her money, right? And like no one really cares about her, and he sees how fucked up that is, and he loves her, bro. He loves her. It was so good. It was a really good movie. I really like that. Movies are great. I was surprised that was on the plane because I saw that movie on TikTok, and I like saved it. I wanted to watch it, and I was like, oh my god, how fortuitous. Nice. And hi Vash, welcome. You're not expecting to be jump scared by all the cats. I know, I feel like this background's kind of crazy today, but it's okay. It's something nice to look at, you know? Right, meow? Oh my gosh, Xenix, you're saying you had a dream about a girl you danced with? And then it happened in real life? I just like skimmed that. Oh my god, wait, oh, so you had like a premonition about a girl you're seeing? That's so fun! Oh, that's so cute! Okay, well, congratulations. Have fun. You approve of the crazy background? Thank you, I'm glad. I love cats. I love them so much. Meow, 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 meow. I was so happy to see my cats when I came back home. I was literally thinking about them. I'd be like staring at my phone, looking at pictures of my cats every day. I love them so much. I came home and my babies were like... Honestly, cats are funny because they don't act like they love you right away if you're gone. So I came back home to my cats, and they just like stared at me. One of them like runs away, and I'm like, okay, fuck you. They don't like run into your arms, you know? They're like, what are you doing back here? I thought you were gone. I kind of thought we broke up, you know? But then the cat, the kitties warmed up to me. They remember me. They're just little shits for a sec. But they did that, and then literally I took them home, fell asleep, and I woke up with them like in my arms, you know? So we're all good. They still love me. We're all good. They're very cute. I love them so much. Oh, Teddy, you're Teddy. Hi, hello. Hi, Teddy. That's because they stopped loving you. You have to win their love back again. That's not true. That's not true. Cats are so funny. It's silly because my cats, like, their personalities, they're both very sweet and friendly, but one is a bit more, like, standoffish, I guess. So one cat, he saw me and he just kind of, like, ignored me for a long time, but the other cat ignored me for a second, but then pretty quickly he came up to me and he was, like, ready to be pet and held and stuff. And I always say, like, this, my friendlier cat, he would probably die in the wild because he's so brave and so friendly. Like, he'll kind of just like let you pick him up and slosh him around, and he's really curious, you know? But bro, curiosity killed the cat, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying it's good he's an indoor cat because he wouldn't make it. He's too brave. He's so brave. Anything that happens, he like goes towards it. You know? Your cat bites you if you pick her up. No! The other one likes you for food though. Yeah, I love like the variety of expressions or like personalities in cats. Ugh, I just love all cats. It was actually like surprising to me that all the cats in the Philippines that I met were actually really friendly. Like, I pet like every cat almost in all these pictures. I pet almost every cat and they were all just like super nice. They just like love people. Probably because they are wild cats, so they're like living off of people feeding them, or like probably people's stuff on the streets, whatever, which is sad. But they're like really used to people, so you could just pet every cat, and it was great. It was great. Yeah, you're dead, Min. Oh my gosh, me too. Me too. Get some sleep. But yeah, I am closing too right now, because we covered the whole trip. But yeah, I'm happy I'm here with my cats and my VTubing. I really missed VTubing too. I feel a little rusty, but we're back here. We're back here. And we hit 3,000 YouTube subs while I was out on vacation, so that was like a really nice surprise. I think it happened from like a short that I posted that I scheduled while I was gone, and oh my god, it pushed us to 3K, so that's so exciting! Yay! Thank you, Sneaks! We're so epic. Bog! That's so exciting. So I'm gonna do like a 3K celebration later this week on Thursday. And I don't totally know what I'm gonna do, but I think it's going to be like a mission, like I think we'll go on a mission together. I think we're gonna go on a secret special spy mission together to celebrate 3K, and it'll be fun. Pog, congrats! Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Very happy about that. Next is 10 million. We hit 3,000. Next is 10 million. Let's go. But yeah, that'll be on Thursday. We celebrate, and I'm going to close out now. But also, I'm streaming on Tuesday. We're gonna go back to the Coffin of Andy and Laylee, which I'm so excited for, bro. I missed that game. I missed that game so bad. We left off, and I can't stop thinking about it. So we're gonna just keep playing on Tuesday, because the first order of business is I must continue the Coffin of Andy and Laylee. It's the best game ever. Wincest. I need to continue and see the brother and sister flirt with each other. Yeah. Congrats, been lovely watching your channel. Thank you. 10 million is tough. You don't think you got that in me? Come on, guys, 10 million, let's go. Just get 1/10 of the Philippines behind you. Yeah, maybe next time I go, I'll ask every single person to follow me. That'll work, that'll work. That'll work. But yeah, no, whatever. I think slow growth is all good. I mean, also, it's my 1-year anniversary soon on June 1st? June 1st, my 1-year anniversary. So, shoot, I have to think of something to do for that. That's like so soon. Wait, when is that next week? Oh my god. It's next week. Okay, next Sunday is my 1-year anniversary. Okay, good to know, good to know. I'll also do something to celebrate that. I just don't know what it is yet. So if you have ideas, let's circle back on that. Next streams. And I'll think of something cool. You and Myriad talked about how fun it is to tease me sometimes. You know, I get that a lot, and I have mixed feelings about it. I think I know why it is, but I do get that a lot. I just accept it. Such is life, you know? Not even just that. I feel like sometimes my friends in real life, they'll be like, you know, Darcie, I just had the craziest urge to just like shake you around. Just the urge to like, I don't know, like bop you really hard in the head. And I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck does that mean? But you know, sometimes sometimes that is just how it is. Grass sample identification to prove streamer touches grass. Grass sample identification? I don't want to touch grass, you guys. I just went on a 2-week vacation. You want me to go outside? I haven't left my house all day today. I'm going to bed after this. I'm staying inside. I'm not leaving. You can't make me leave again. You can't take me back out there. You can't do it. Please. I'll like cry if I go outside right now. I'm overstimulated, gamers. I gotta go to bed. Yeah, little sister energy. I think it is something like that. I have no siblings though. People also say I'm only child energy though, so which is it? Which is it? Which is it? You know, I need to shower too. God, there's so much to do. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna set up a raid now. So we did it. We did it. I streamed. I returned and I've streamed. And all is good. Let me see who's on YouTube right now. There's like nobody on YouTube right now. Let me see who's on Twitch right now, maybe? Maybe we could do Twitch raid? That could be good. Yeah, let's do a Twitch raid. What time is it? Okay, it's been like almost 3 hours, right? Yeah, almost 3 hours. So that's like a full stream. I honestly wasn't sure if I would be able to do more than like a 2-hour stream, but who knew? There was so much to yap about, actually. So, Pog. That was fun. That was really fun, guys. Thanks for letting me vent. Letting me rant about everything that has happened. It was super fun, but I'm glad to be back. And I'm glad to be in a stationary chair with no winding roads and no motion patches and no Dramamine. Yes. Yes. Peace. I'm in peace. Oh, did I put PST instead of PDT? Yes, I do mean PDT. Wait, is it PDT right now? I always get confused. Is it PDT or PST right now? Oh, it's PDT shit! Yeah, I did mean PDT. Yes, Pacific time. So 8 p.m. Pacific time on Tuesday and Thursday I stream. So I'll see you guys then. I hope you guys have a good night. Have an elusive evening, sneaks. And I'll see you in the spy cave next time, okay? Bye-bye! Thanks for coming again. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.